Well, hello and welcome back to another live stream. This time Pompey face Rochdale at Fratton Park. It's sunny Fratton Park today. Let me know in the comments, everyone, your score predictions for today's game. We'll get Lewis and Dad in shortly. Mackenzie has got here early and put 4-0 to Pompey. Hopefully so. Going to try and adjust the camera and stuff here because obviously it takes a while. We have got a signed Frank Lampard picture in the background. I have sent both guests the code, so when they get that, we can start chatting a bit more in depth. But I'm going to open my drink first. Hopefully this isn't too loud. Another can of Pepsi Max. Oh, but we will wait. Do let me know in the comments, everyone, your score predictions, what you think the lineup should have been. We will put the lineup on screen very shortly. I have what's it called? I've bitten my tongue, which is hurting quite a lot. Connell 2-0 equals Posh, 2-0 Posh. I'm guessing that means Peterborough to win 2-0 today. I'm not sure who they're actually playing today. I need to plug my headphones in so I can hear Lewis when he joins. Kieran says, play up Pompey, Kieran, play up Pompey. Well, I believe we do have Lewis who's partying, so I need to plug my headphones in so I can hear him here. But anyway, Lewis, how are you today, my friend?
Well, Matt, how are you? I'm good.
I'm good, mate. Connell says Fleetwood 2-0. Okay, I get that now. Right, Lewis, we're going to put it on the bottom of the screen now. Dad's probably going to join at about 5 minutes too, and then try and chat for 50 minutes. But McGilvray in goal, Johnson, Watmore, Raggett and Brown making up a back four. Naylor and Close in the central midfielders' roles, with Harness, Williams and Jacobs making up a three kind of attacking, with Ronan Curtis leading the line. I predicted this exact same lineup on FanHub this week, which is I'm happy with.
Yeah, I saw your tweet saying 100% on the team.
What are your thoughts on that lineup, first of all, Lou?
I think it's just the strongest lineup we could have possibly done without a striker, you know what I mean? I think the only thing I personally would have done is I see him in training, Elfie Stanley, maybe potentially put him on the bench, bring him on the last 10, 15 minutes as it's only Rochdale bottom of the league, you know what I mean? And if we're in a comfortable position, bring off 10, 15 minutes, get the confidence, get them to know about the team, to see what it's like playing, like professional, proper football, not academy football.
Yeah, well, this is the team I predicted. The exact same team that is lining up Pompey today. So I'm happy with that, to say the least. What do you think ahead of today then, Lou? Do you reckon it's an easy 3 points? Do you reckon it'll be hard, or do you reckon we should just get it done and move on?
Well, this season, I've noticed with Rochdale, they can score goals, but they leak them in like a sieve. Like there was one guy, I think it was Charlton, it was at 5-4, 4-3 or something. Like they score a lot, they can score goals, but concede a lot as well. They more try and outscore teams and defend teams. So I can see us winning 3-4-0 today, to be honest with you. Maybe 4-1, 3-1, but yeah, I can just see an easy victory, to be fair. That just like get us, well, still 100% win ratio under the Cowleys.
Yeah, hopefully so. Jacob has come in, obviously excited as always, with Rochdale. Jeff has put, hi guys, a 1-0 win will do for me. I think it'd do for anyone, really. It gets it done, doesn't it, really? Yes, you want goal difference, but more importantly is the 3 points.
More importantly, yeah, the 3 points is what matters. Like, you don't mind winning 5-4, you know what I mean? As long as you get the win, you get the win, you know what I mean?
Yeah, people say 4-0, 5-0, things like this for today's game, 3-1. I said 2-0, but ultimately you would just want to take what you can get. You get the 3 points done, and you just get into the next game. I'm going to try and text that again to see if he is actually alive. But it's lovely weather today, isn't it, Lou? In the beautiful island city of Portsmouth.
Beautiful. Costa del Pompey it's called today. Costa del
Pompey, yes. Well, I've texted Dad. Hopefully he joins in the next 3 days. But I think we should have a look at our bench. I'm going to have to get it up on Twitter. Jacob has said the hat has made a comeback for Lewis. The hat has made a comeback.
The hat always wear for football. It's my football hat.
It's the football hat. Lewis still in his Admiral School uniform.
Cheeky.
Oh, Dad doesn't think I've sent him the link because he's looked at Messenger instead of Facebook, instead of WhatsApp. So we wait for Dad to work out technology.
Jake, yours is a bit shocking. Admiral. Bit debatable with the spelling there, chap.
I'm sending Dad it again. We do apologise for taking a while here. But our bench for the day today, Lewis Ward, James Bolton, Rasmus Eliasson, Charlie Daniels, Andy Cannon, George Byers, Harvey White. There's another outstanding factor that there is still no attackers on our bench. Is that going to be a problem today, do you reckon?
I can't see it being a big problem because I feel like Curtis will be good in strike. There's players that you can put in strike that are also playing on the field, like Harnish. You can put Williams, potentially Jacobs. You know what I mean? Like you can rotate a lot of the players to strike, but I feel like we shouldn't really have much of a problem with that striker. It would have been nice to see a striker like Elfie Stan or something, just a youngster, just to put him on the bench. You know what I mean? But it's no big deal, really, to be honest with you. I feel like we can live without a striker on the bench as long as they don't get sent off for injured. You know what I mean? And if that happens, then that's another player out. Another
Let's hope Curtis doesn't get injured.
Yeah, no, don't say that.
Anyway, we're going to add Dad in now because he is back. He has finally found the link. Dad, how are you today?
I'm all right, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm good. Thoughts on that lineup then? I'm guessing you've seen it.
Yeah, I think it's as to be expected, really. Curtis has come back playing striker. Williams, Harness, Jacobs behind. Good to see Ben Close starting again. Back four sort of picks itself. Never really going to change. So, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Dad, what do you think ahead of the game today then? Do you think it's an easy Pompey win? Think it's going to be difficult? Would you settle for a 1-0 or do you think more needs to be accomplished?
I don't think it matters as long as we win the game. Whether we win 1-2, it doesn't really matter. We just need to win the game. I don't think it will be as easy as some people think because obviously Rochdale are fighting for their lives. They need the points as well. So it's not a gimme. They drew with Peterborough. They beat Lincoln in the last couple of games. So it's not going to be easy. But I think we should get the 3 points.
Yeah, well, their lineup for today: Gavin Bazanu in goal, Osho McShane, O'Connell as their captain, Beasley, Keohane, Rathbone, Doan, Grant, Shaughnessy and Barr. Obviously the sheep up front. Lewis, any names there that you've picked out that you think are going to be difficult or not?
I've only heard of like one of their players, which is Shaughnessy. Don't know where he plays. I just heard of that name, so I don't really know much of their squad, to be honest. I don't really look down
Not
at
McShane?
the table to look at the teams. No, I never
You
heard
must
of
have
him,
heard
to be
McShane.
honest.
You've never heard of Paul McShane?
No, honestly, never heard of him.
Well, Dad, you must have heard of Paul McShane.
Yeah, he played for Hull, didn't he?
Reading. Possibly Hull as well.
He played for Hull before that.
Yeah, and he also was part of the Ireland team that was robbed by Thierry Henry's handball goal of a place the handball assist of a place in a World Cup or Euros. Can't remember what one it exactly was.
World Cup 2010.
World Cup. Right, Paul McShane, Dad, should we have a look? Did he play for Hull? He did, 2012 to 2015. Then he spent 4 years at Reading before moving to Rochdale in 2019, where he scored 1 goal in 32 appearances. Head-to-head between these two sides, 7 wins for Pompey, 2 draws and 1 win for Rochdale. Do you think that'll affect the outcome of today's game, Lewis?
No, I don't think it will affect it. I still think we'll get the win, to be honest.
Dad, what about you? Do you reckon it'll affect it or do you reckon it'll just be same old, same old?
Previous form doesn't really come into it. Previous results against Rochdale doesn't come into it. We usually beat them. We only drew them at the start of the season when we weren't playing very well. But I think the team now looks energised, passionate, up for the fight. So different to under Jacket. I can only see positives moving forward.
Yeah. Sharon says 2-0 to Pompey. Hopefully so. Hopefully we can get a 2-0 win. Up the Blues. Well, Dad, do you think going forward in this season, playing how we have been, if we can keep up this form, do you reckon we can? And do you reckon that Pompey will be playing Sky Bet Championship football next season?
I think we need to get cement our place in the playoffs first, and then if there is a possibility of getting in the top 2, push from there. I think we just got to try and win every single game from now to the end of the season. No teams that we are playing from now to the end of the season, on paper, look difficult.
Well, none of them should beat us if you want to be in the championship club.
So you've got to look at it and think, you've got to take each game as it comes, but you've got to be looking to win every single game.
Yeah, definitely. People will say yeah, it's an easy run in for Pompey, not playing any of the current top half. But do you think that will negatively affect us, Lewis? Do you think possibly not playing any of the top half and being expected to beat these teams could play against us in terms of the fact that you're expectant?
I've got a feeling some people might think we're going to do too well. They're going to be overly confident. Like, I know we've got it looks an easy run in, but each game's going to be a different challenge for a different reason. You know what I mean? There's teams fighting for their lives. You know what I mean? The Wigans, the Rochdales. You've got Burton that's still trying to fight. I think that's one. I think that'll be our toughest game, even though they've hit a bit of a slack. Like each game's going to be a different challenge. It's going to be hard. You know what I mean? It's not just going to be plain sailing, win every game, 3-4-0. You know what I mean? And we know with Pompey will also make it not easy for himself because this is Pompey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Pompey's fixtures to see out this season, Dad and Lewis, obviously. After today, we have Wigan away on Monday, followed by Burton, Crewe, MK Dons, Swindon, Bristol Rovers, Accrington twice, and Wimbledon. Now, Pompey, after this weekend and after next weekend, we have 3 away games on the bounce. Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. Away at Crewe. Sorry, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday. Away at Crewe at, I think that's now a 6 o'clock kickoff. Away at MK Dons and away at Swindon, which is also now a 6 o'clock kickoff as far as I believe. Out of those games, Dad, Wigan, Burton, Crewe, MK Dons, Swindon, Bristol Rovers, Accrington and Wimbledon, who do you reckon is going to take the most points of us if they can take points?
I think MK Dons won't be easy. And I think I agree with Lewis. I think Burton could be tricky.
Yes, well, obviously MK Dons at the moment, they've won 4 in a row and they're now top half. I thought I'd just mention. They're on a very good run of form that's propelled them into the top half.
But, I mean, it doesn't really matter all this form. If we want to get into the Championship, we've got to try and win all our games. I know it sounds difficult, or at least the majority of them.
Yeah, well, how many points do you reckon will be needed out of these possible 30 for promotion? Lewis first. How many points do you reckon will be needed?
Jesus. The way the league's going at the moment, and you've got teams that are slipping up, like your Lincolns and that, I feel like, how many games have you got left? 10, is it? 10?
10 games, 30 points.
7, 8 wins, I feel like will cement our place in the playoffs, to be honest. I feel like, because there's going to be teams that have got to play each other still up near the top that are going to drop points, you know what I mean? So 7, 8 wins, I feel like will get us in the playoffs, cement it, but it would be better if we can get them, like the majority of the wins, like the 30 points, because then it will put the confidence for us to go into the playoffs and hopefully win a playoff game, you know what I mean?
Yes, well, we're currently on 58 points, so we could possibly get to 88 with 10 wins in a row here. Don't write it off. We've done similar to that before. Dad, I've asked Lewis already. How many points, how many wins do you think will be needed for promotion or at least for playoffs?
For playoffs, I think 75 points. I think will get us playoffs.
I thought you meant from the last 10 games. Then I wondered what maths you were trying to do. But yeah, but okay.
No. I think 75 points will get us into the playoffs.
So that's 17 points.
As Lewis says, teams are going to drop points. Yeah, and I think if automatics, we'd have to get minimum 85, 86 to even stand a chance.
Which is 28 from our next possible 30.
Yeah, so it would basically mean we can only drop 2 points.
Yes, today we shouldn't be dropping points. That's quite simple. There has been a full time in League One. The early kickoff between Doncaster and Charlton has seen Charlton nick an away win, meaning Doncaster have well and truly screwed up their games in hand. If we look at the table now, Doncaster has slipped to 9th, only with games in hand on Gillingham and Charlton. They are now a point off playoffs. They were in the playoffs with 2 games in hand on top of the league, could have gone top. What went wrong there then, Lewis?
Well, it's a mixture. It doesn't help that obviously Darren Moore left for Sheffield Wednesday, and I feel like getting someone new in, he could change it up. You know what I mean? The players ain't used to, so it's just a mixture of the manager leaving, getting a new manager in. obviously with the current climate of what's going on in football as well, that you can use that as well. But I think it was mainly just Darren Moore. Like he knew what he was doing there. They were playing well, and he was getting them to where they need to be. Then as soon as he went, it went downhill. And since that, I just don't feel like they'll make the playoffs anymore because they've lost the lack of confidence they need to hit the playoffs at the wrong time of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Their current form now, we'll have a quick look at that. Oh, right, this is as bad as Pompey's was. They are without winning 6 with only 2 points out of a possible 18 there. That's not good. And even before that, they've only won 2 games out of their last... Do the maths. 13 games, I think they're. Only winning 2 of their last 13. That's not
It's almost
very
as
good.
bad as Rochdale with 1 win in their last 10.
It might even be 15. But yeah, Rochdale only 1 win in the last 10. However, we did mention it in the preview. If people haven't watched it, we'll do it again. Rochdale's away form is 15th in the league. Played 18, won 6, drawn 3, lost 9, 21 points. They've got 6 of their 7 wins this season away from home. Dad, do you think that will affect the outcome of this result? As opposed to if it was at home at Rochdale Stadium? Do you think it could be different if we were the away team? Or do you think it'll just be the same?
No, it doesn't matter. Home and away doesn't matter, mate. The simple fact that's been proven throughout the season. There's no advantage to playing at home, also playing away. There's no fans there. We've just got to try and take each game as it comes. Player, obviously we've got better players than Rochdale. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to work that one out. They're bottom of the league for a reason. Nothing less than 3 points is acceptable.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to agree with you on that. I'll have a quick look now, though, at a couple of comments we've got here. Helen has put, hi Blake, 3-0 as I said in the preview, Harness, Curtis and Jacobs to the front 3. Yep, I think Williams will drop into the central attacking midfield role he had the other day as well. Austin has said 2-0. And Jeff has seen, guys, did you see Danny Cowley interview where he said Marcus is irreplaceable? Not sure I agree with that. Well, he did say it on the 1st of April. Now, Dad, I know you have feelings about John Marquis. What do you think about him saying John Marquis is irreplaceable?
I don't agree. He's not the player he was at Doncaster. He's not. Fair enough, he's probably the best you're playing for Portsmouth than he ever was playing for Doncaster. Some of it can be attributed to the fact that he probably hasn't had the service in certain matches or certain times of the season. But for me, he misses too many chances. Even when he gets the chances, he misses too many chances.
Yeah, he does. He does miss a load of chances. Well, Lewis, I'll pass one over to you now. Who would you replace Mr. Marquis with? You can pick any striker within a budget. You can't go, I'd replace him with Cristiano Ronaldo, personally. But if you had to pick a striker within our budgets, within our kind of club size, who would you personally replace him with?
Oh, that's obviously you've got like
Pokey.
Clark Harris's and that, but I don't think they'll get there. You've got Charlie White; he'd be a good signing. I think. Does that Accrington, that Dion Charles, is he a striker, or am I getting him mixed up for someone?
I'll have I think Dion Charles, who you're on about, is a striker. I will have.
Because if it is, personally, even though he's from Accrington, Dion Charles is a good player. He knows where the net is. I would potentially get Dion Charles in.
Give me one moment, and I'll get Dion Charles up. Just for you, Lou. Just for you. Dion Charles, Northern Irish 25-year-old striker, 32 games this season, 17 goals, 2 assists. Can play either up front or on the wing. Dad, would you think a player with that kind of record would be a good fit for Pompey, depending whether we're in League One or the Championship?
I think we got to aim higher than getting players from Accrington Stanley, mate. If you ask me.
Yeah, but if we don't go up, we won't stand a chance of getting players.
You say this, Dad, but we're not the club we're not a Championship club at the minute. We're a big club in League One, but being a big club means you have to attract the players from smaller clubs. You can say you can't buy a player from Accrington. Ronan Curtis came from Derry City in Ireland. Jamal Lowe came from Hampton and Richmond. The only player we've really bought from a big club recently has been who?
If we
It's
get in
John
the
Marquis.
Championship, we need to buy.
And as Dad's cut out there, I'm going to quickly shut him up
Or
quickly, though.
maybe we should have
Dad,
tried
just
to get
one
that
sec.
Clark Harris last season, things like that. We missed out there.
But we were never going to get him.
Well, Peterborough
But
got him.
you say, yes, but Peterborough had the money after they'd sold Ivan Toney for nearly 6 million plus add-ons. They had the money. We didn't. We'd already bought Marquis. Don't forget, in the financial climate, the only reason they had the money to spend on him was because they sold Toney. We didn't sell anyone. We just let players go.
Yeah, right.
And you're saying that about don't sign players from Accrington.
In an ideal world, we need,
He does keep cutting out there. I think his Wi-Fi has not been great.
In an ideal world.
Go on.
In an ideal world, we need to sign Pookie.
I knew he'd say that. But Dad, going back to your point of not signing players from Accrington, then, can you tell me where Callum Johnson came from, please?
Oh yeah, but he's a right back. He's not a striker.
Oh, that makes all the difference. Where did Craig McGilvray come from? Shrewsbury. We're not signing players from huge clubs, Dad, but we're signing the players that, as a unit, will work well.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't just expect us to go, oh, we need a striker.
Oh, no.
Bristol City, you got anyone's going?
No.
Tottenham, have you got any strikers?
I was just being a bit sarcastic. Give it all that.
I know.
I was just being a bit sarcastic,
could be a good one. Yeah. Colby Bishop from Accrington as well could be a decent sign. Then he's quite a good striker. We'll have a look at the rest of League One, see if there's any all right strikers you could probably nick. We'll have a look at, because Sunderland versus Oxford is today. Should we have a look at their
I want to
strikers?
say, I know people hate Plymouth. What about
Jeff Gott from Plymouth?
Not a bad striker.
Yeah, the problem with him, I reckon, though, is he'll have quite a big price tag on his head. Because if you're looking at, I'm already on Plymouth anyway already. So if we look at Jeff Gott, he's 21, 16 goals in 34 games for Plymouth this season.
He's young. He's got the goals. Did you not be willing to pay money for him?
I would, yes. But recently, his last goal, came against Portsmouth when they played us. That was when he's played since then. He's played 73 minutes against Accrington without a goal. Nearly the whole game against Fleetwood, no goal. Rochdale away, no goal. Peterborough, no goal. Lincoln, no goal.
That is a very long time ago.
No goal. Doncaster didn't score. Wigan didn't score. Ipswich didn't score. MK Dons didn't score. Bristol Rovers didn't score. And then most recently, he played for 6 minutes against Blackpool and didn't score.
So who's exactly scoring their goals then? Because Jeff Cott was a good striker. He was firing off on all cylinders. Now he has
Niall Ennis,
games.
I think, is their main goal.
Yeah,
he scored he scored both goals in the 2-0 win over Bristol Rovers. Played a pivotal role in their 2-1 loss to MK Dons. He scored their only goal against Doncaster. So I think Niall Ennis is the main man at the moment, alongside Ryan Hardy, who scored a goal against Blackpool, assist against MK Dons. But anyway, so Jeff Cott's obviously gone a bit missing recently. Austin has put any academy strikers worth a go. Now, there is one that I think Lewis has mentioned before. What about Alfie Stanley, Lou? You obviously do have a bit of an opinion on him. What do you think about Alfie Stanley? Would you give him a go?
Well, Alfie Stanley's been in the academy for a while, and in the academy he can score goals. He's a proven goal scorer in the academy. He's played a few games for Pompey, like Checkatrade Trophy and that. Obviously, he hasn't scored, but he's played well. I personally wouldn't start him. He'd be a sort of player I'd put on the bench, bring him on for the last 15, 20 minutes if we're comfortable winning a game, to get him some playing time, get him confident with the team, and show him what Football football is like. Like, I personally think that he's one for the future, to be honest, yeah. Yeah,
he definitely is. There's a couple of youngsters at our team, our academy, that are quite all right. Dad, Dad, you probably don't know really who he is, but Alfie Stanley was the striker when we went to watch Pompey versus AFC Tottenham. What did you think of him that day? He led the line and he scored both goals for Pompey, I believe.
He scored a couple as well, if I remember, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he scored both. One from the spot and then the other goal. Do you think? Would you play him? Would you not play him?
Yeah. I thought he was decent. To be fair, that day, mate. And I've seen him playing in Checker Trade games, and he looks decent then as well.
Yeah. The problem, Austin, with academy strikers in games leading up to the end of the season, I think Lewis should agree with me here, is that these games are the most pressured games of the season. They're the ones that you need the most points, the ones that you need the most results, the best performances, and the most kind of experienced players to be playing a part in. Do you think that for this part of the season, youngsters should be kind of pushed to one side and you should be using the knowledgeable heads, the people that have been there, done it before? Or do you think maybe that it should be given to the youngsters to try and show some passion and get us into the Championship?
Oh, yeah, I totally agree that these next 10 games are the most pivotal games of our season to try and get playoffs. I see where you come from, push them aside, but just get them, and they're training with them. I agree with get them training with the first team, get them to know the first team, potentially on the bench. If you don't want to start them, don't start them, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is the most pivotal part of our season, but it's always nice to get academy involved to show that what we've got for the future and to see what's bright, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I've just been watching the shooting drills that are currently on. And interestingly, obviously, when fans are there, you get to watch these shooting drills more often. And it tended to be pass it, lay off, shoot, didn't it? That was Pompey's warm-up. That was the shooting. Joe Gallen's taking this shooting drill because obviously he is still at the club. And they're not just doing a 1-2. They're doing a full-on movement with the attackers and then shooting and then turning around and getting another ball and shooting the other way. Do you reckon that's better to see before a game, that they're actually trying a proper tactic before the game starts as opposed to just having a few shots at the keeper? That's at Lewis, not at Dan.
Oh, it shows the difference already shown between the Cowleys and Jacket is like it's a lot different. Like in the mic'd up yesterday, they put on there the Cowleys were like they made them stop, explained, and they didn't hold back on what they were saying. They were telling them what to do and how to do it. Well, I feel like Kenny Jacket wasn't saying that. He just watch it through, and then he'd say it like if there was a break or like half time. You know what I mean? But like that there. With the Jacket with a one-tap shoot, yeah. Cowleys know what they're doing, and that gets the players working harder, you know what I mean? And if they're doing that and it's working and training from now, just keep at it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Helen, we did see the mic'd up training vid. I think my favourite part was, it's lovely weather today, lads. Come on then, boys. No better time to be alive. Obviously, it is great. And Jeff, yeah, they did do the same at Huddersfield. I watched that one. I think there's a player... don't know what his name was, but Danny Cowley walks up to him and goes, "You're right, Terence, nice time to be alive, isn't it? Have a good day." And he walks past him. I think the main thing I have about the Cowleys, Lou, and I think you will back me up on this, is they're very good man managers. They like to get their players confident and make them feel like they should be there, as opposed to just be like, "Score then, or you haven't scored, get out of my team. It's you haven't scored, don't worry, lads, you can come back, you can improve, you can do this is how we're going to do it." Do you think that it's better to have managers like this that actually explain, they keep the confidence high, or would you rather have a manager that are just for results completely?
Oh no, these are proven managers. You see that at Lincoln, and you can say they might have done a bad job at Huddersfield, but with what Huddersfield were doing, they didn't do too bad. You know what I mean? Like that. What I've seen about them, it's hard not to love them at the moment. They're saying all the right things. They're doing the right things. You can see in interviews he's happy. He wants the future for the club, and he loves getting the fans and community involved. And the thing I don't want to see is if we weren't to reach plus, the thing I wouldn't want to see is everyone get on their backs. Oh no, not good enough. Because he's come in here at a big period for Pompey. And at a bad time where you're in bad form, the confidence was low. We haven't got a striker, you know what I mean? And if you want to make playoffs, so what? This was a hard time for him. It would obviously be annoying. All fans would be frustrated, but you still give him next season to get the players he wants in, play the football he wants like he is already, and see if he can make a difference over a season, not just over a period of games where he's come in and he's still trying his hardest. He's already said he's looking for the future Pompey already, and he's only here to the end of the season. I can see he wants to stay. But I just hope fans won't get on his back if we weren't to make the playoffs, or if we were to make the playoffs and lose the playoffs.
Yeah, to be brutally honest, Lou, I think just from the 2 games we've seen him manage already, the fans are already on his side. And I'm not leaving the camera. I'm getting my charger because my laptop is going to die, I think. So I do need to charge it. But he's shown that he's in it for the long run. He's spoken to the academies. He's explained what he wants to do in the long run. He's not just being a manager that's there. Oh yeah, I'll get the job done for these 7 games. I don't need to prove myself or anything. They know who I am. I'm better than everyone. Don't try and get me out of this job. I think he's trying to prove not only to the fans but to the Arsenals.
The thing that impressed me with the Cowleys is he said 15 games when he joined. That means he wants playoffs, and he's not just a manager with the team. He's a community manager. He wants to get the fans involved. He's watching the younger children play, the under 9s, under 10s. He's watching the academy. He's doing everything he possibly can, and he's doing it well. The fans on his side, like you said, like he's a good manager, and it's hard not to love him at the moment. So it's just hard not to love him.
It is. It definitely is. I'll pass it over to Dad. Dad, what do you think of the Cowleys then? In 1 or 2 sentences, what sum them up and somehow your feeling about them up?
They're passionate. They're classy. They know what they're talking about. They're good trainers. Everything about them is a breath of fresh air to this.
Yeah, I think Dad's frozen again there. I'm clicking on buttons I don't want to click on as well. Right then. Lewis, how would you like to see us approach this game? Would you like to see us approach it attacking, going at 3-4-0, or would you rather we did it cautiously?
I'll give you a call.
All right, Dad. I know what you're trying to say, but you've cut out again. I'll see you at half-time. Yeah, well, Dad... Well, it wouldn't be a live stream without Dad having issues, would it, Lou? How would you like to see Pompey attack this game? Would you like to see us going out for 3-4 goals, 3-4-0, or would you like to see us be a bit more cautious, laid back, and just get a job done?
I don't see why we can't approach it like we've approached the last 2 games, being on top in the first half, good passing, good possession. Obviously we might have conceded first to Ipswich, but if we have conceded, we've hit back at the pedal. We haven't let our heads drop. You know what I mean? Like, just approach it as we've approached the last 2 games with the Cowleys. They know what they're doing. We know how to play. We start to learn how they play, and yeah, just go for it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need to be scared of not attacking. We create chances. We take our chances. Well, not take our chances, but like we're creating chances. You know what I mean? So just approach it like we've approached the last 2 games. I feel like we'll get the win.
Yes, well, Austin has said 2-0. I'm hoping that's the Pompey. And Jeff has said something, like I said, he's our own Klopp with his enthusiasm. Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. He's very passionate about what he does. He wants to get results, but he also wants to get the players playing again. And I think personally, you can get results by getting the players playing again. You don't need all the tactics and stuff. If those players are getting passionate again, the players playing for the shirt again, and wanting to be there, then I think it's personally better. Dad has put, I'll be there at half-time, 3-1 today, up the Moo Army. Brilliant. Good dad joke there.
You can already see with the Cowleys, the confidence is back in the players. They're smiling, they're happy. You can see in training, the confidence is back. You heard Cowley in the mic up yesterday. When the player does something right, he says he was going, well done, James Bolton, Ryan Williams, superb, Raggett, on your toes, pass it, you're doing well, you know what I mean? Like, you can see, like, he compliments each player. He doesn't just go as a team. He compliments each player, and it's bringing the confidence of the team up, and that's what I love. The confidence is back, and we're starting to play really, really well.
Yeah, well, the other games from League One today, then we'll go through them quickly. Accrington, they faced Burton. Crewe face a trip from Hull. Peterborough travel up to Fleetwood. Bristol Rovers travel to Ipswich. Northampton host Shrewsbury. Plymouth, they host Wimbledon. Rochdale obviously travelling to Fratton Park to face Pompey. Oxford face Sunderland at the Stadium of Light. And Swindon, they host high-flying Blackpool. Lewis, any key games there you can really pick out that you're going to be keeping an eye on? Or are there just games happening that you don't really care too much for?
To be honest, normally there's that one game in the league where it sticks up just right away. Game of the day. This week I can't really see a game. Potentially, was it Oxford against Sunderland?
Sunderland. Yes, yeah, I think that's the only one you can really say big game. You know what I mean? That's about it. But yeah, I think Oxford against Sunderland. Sunderland. Yes, that would have been mine.
Sunderland, yeah. Yeah, I think that's the only one you can really say big game. You know what I mean? That's about it. But look, the way it's going at the moment, Sunderland looking tremendous form. They're going up. I see them personally going up. I feel like this might be like a tough game for them, but I still feel like they'll get the result they need because Lee Johnson is a good manager and he's proved it.
Yeah, well, with a win today, Pompey could go 5th, a point off Lincoln. Charlton have taken 5th off of us before kick-off, obviously beating Doncaster. Probably would have been the big game of the day had it been at 3 o'clock, but it wasn't. So the league table now, Lou, with a win today, Pompey will be 8 points off of promotion if Peterborough failed to win, and Sunderland failed to win. Do you think if we can close the gap to 8 points with a game in hand on Peterborough, do you think it's doable?
Right. The way I'm going this season, there's 10 games left. I'm not looking at automatic. The way I'm seeing it, we need to win games, cement our position in the playoffs. And once we've cemented our position in the playoffs, look at where we are, come automatic, and if we can make it, push for it. If we can't, I'm not going to be annoyed we can't make automatic because we've made playoffs. The way I'm seeing it, automatic would be a miracle at the moment. That's the way I'm seeing it. Playoffs is what we need to aim for, and if we can get a plus, I'll be more than happy with plus.
Yeah, I think I would as well. You know, looking at the way we're falling away with Jackie, I think we were 10th when he was when he eventually did leave. We were slipping, we were falling, we weren't exactly looking like we were going to recover. The Cowleys have come in with a new revolution, and they've got the job done nearly. But the job will not be done until Pompey is sat at Wembley lifting the playoff trophy or lifting the promotion trophy.
The way the Cowleys are, if they weren't to make the playoffs, they'd take all the blame. That's the way they are. They when the first interview, like I said, they said 15 games. They know they can make playoffs. They know the team can make playoffs. You know what I mean? And if they didn't make playoffs, they take that upon themselves. It wouldn't be the team. It would be them. That's all their fault, and they take the blame for that. Which, as a manager, they can take, like, they're showing that they want it, and you know what I mean. Like, yeah, they just show. I'm trying to think stuff to say, but they know what they want. They're gonna try and get it. And like I said, if they don't make the playoffs, I hope the fans don't get on their back because this was a hard time for them to come in, and they need a full season. They need a full season. That's the way I'm putting it.
Yeah, well, what I meant by their job wouldn't be done until we're promoted is whether that's this season, next season. I don't think they'll be wanting to go until they've done it. And I think Lewis, you've agreed with me on this. They won't happily
100%.
leave, or they won't happily get sacked until they've got Pompey out of this division. Hopefully going up as opposed to down.
They're the managers. They would get the players in at 4 a.m. in the morning to help our promotion push, you know what I mean? And even if it wasn't this season, it was next season, they'd go the extra mile to get the promotion because that's the type of managers they are. They want to go to a club, succeed, and make sure the fans are happy. And if they're not happy, they would address that straight away and ask. They know what they need to do anyway, but they're honest with the fans. They're truthful with the fans. You know what I mean? Like, if they don't get promotion this season, next season they will get it. I feel like, and if they don't get it, they will be pissed off in themselves.
Yeah, well, one funny thing that sums up League One the most, Lou, is the fact that no team is safe from relegation from 4th and below. Every team from 4th and below could still mathematically be relegated. The only teams that couldn't are Hull, Peterborough and Sunderland.
This league is the best of a bad bunch. Anyone can beat anyone. And it doesn't matter what the first half of the season does. This league is a second half of the season league. You've seen that with Luton. You've seen that with Wickham. You know what I mean? You see that with Pompey.
Well, Wickham didn't even get playoffs.
You see that with Pompey when they were top of the league by all them points and then bosh down. You know what I mean? This league is a second half of the season league. And if anyone doesn't agree with that, I'd love to hear what they thought. But this isn't a full season league. This is a two-part season league. Yeah,
I'll agree with you there, Lou. Chris has said 2-0 to Pompey, and Jeff has put, I think they'll make the playoffs, be positive. I think we have to be positive. You know, we've got what we wanted in Jackett leaving and a new manager. So we now have to back that.
I thought we'll make playoffs. I'm not saying we won't make playoffs. I'm just saying I'm not looking at automatic. That's what don't even care about automatic. I know we can still mathematically make it, but I'm fully focused on making the playoffs and just cementing our place in the playoffs. And I think we will make playoffs.
Yeah. Lou, what do you think is more likely than us getting automatic promotion? Is there anything in this world you think is more likely than us getting automatic promotion?
I don't know. That's a hard question. That's hard. I think there's more chance of Southampton beating Leicester in the semi-final.
I was going to say there's more chance of Sheffield United staying up, but fair enough.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, it won't
be
easy.
I feel like we will make playoffs anyway. The Cowleys will make sure we make playoffs. That is what will make the season, and I'll be happy with that, with the season we've had and what Kenny Jackett has done and what he did do. Although what he didn't do, I mean, and what the Cowleys have come in and they're trying to do. You know what I mean? Like, I can see playoffs no matter what, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I think the players will be making their way out shortly. Lewis, you're probably going to go and watch it downstairs again, are you not?
I am, yes.
Yes, so I will let you go shortly. Final thing then, score prediction and what do you think will happen in this game?
Score prediction, I'm going 2-3-0. I was tempted to go a big score line, but speaking about it, Rochdale are in a relegation battle. They're bottom. They want to try and get up. I can see another first half at Shrewsbury, unstoppable. I can see us passing the ball well, attacking well. I just hope that we don't concede a goal like we did against Shrewsbury, because that'll just be the disappointing thing. That's the only disappointing thing that I could take from Shrewsbury, apart from the red card. I feel like we'll be on top most of the game, and when we score one or two, the goals will just flow.
Yeah, hopefully that happens. Hopefully there's no silly red cards again. Obviously, John Marquis's red card hasn't been rescinded. As the players make way onto the pitch,
getting rescinded, to be honest.
As the players make their way onto the pitch, what do you think about John Marquis's red card, and what do you think ahead of the games without him?
Right. The thing is, I spoke to my brother about this. You always run the risk of getting the red card dived in like he did. Someone said it was 2 foot off the floor. You could see it wasn't. You could see he can't have got the ball. I feel like what got the red card was the pressure from the players and the manager. I feel like if there wasn't that pressure, it would have been a yellow card. I feel like mainly the red card was the pressure of the players, because you see the way Curtis Main reacted. That is the players that got the red card, not him thinking it's a red card.
Yeah, well, anyway, Lou, Rochdale are onto the pitch now. I will mention one thing, though, Lou. I have a thing on Football Manager, don't I? Signing players from Rochdale. I'm looking up here and thinking, hold on a minute, I know some of them. I signed O'Connell as my captain at Charlton. I signed Bazanu at Pompey. I signed that Morley and loaned him out to the Championship. It's quite funny, actually. But anyway, Lou, as the game gets underway, I will let you go, and I'll speak to you at half time, mate. I'll speak to you at half time.
At the Blues.
At the Blues. Half-time, mate. Well, Lewis has now gone. Pompey lining up again. We will just remind everybody, in case you are new or haven't seen the lineup. Craig McGilvray in goal, Johnson and Brown as the fullback, same as last weekend. Watmore and Raggett make up a defensive duo at centre-back, with Naylor and Close in centre-mids. Harness and Jacobs on the wings, Williams through the middle at Cam, and Ronan Curtis leading the line for the Blues today. We will have a look, once you've had a look at that, at the Rochdale lineup now. It's a 3-4-3 or 5-3-2, but I'm just going to check who is playing where before I start reading out wrong formations, because I want to make sure they are right. So, their lineup, and we'll get it up now. Gavin Bazanu in goal. O'Shea, McShane and O'Connell making up a back three, with Keohane and Doan as their wing backs or wide midfielders. Grant, Rathbone and Shaughnessy sat in central midfielders, with Rathbone slightly deeper, with Barr and Beachley leading the line as a strike partnership today. Pompey fans, what do you think ahead of this one? Do you think it will be a win for the Blues, or do you think it will be another poor day on the South Coast? Please do let me know in the comments, as the game will shortly be getting underway. Portsmouth 0, Rochdale 0. Rochdale 2 get us underway here. They are going from the Milton end, attacking at the Fratton end. Pompey the other way around, attacking from the Fratton end to the Milton end. Left to right. Ronan Curtis looks up for this one. He's ready to sprint already. Once again, I am slightly behind Twitter and things like that, but that's simply because I follow Always Is. Hopefully, they can sort this out before the end of the season so we can get some more on-time footage as the players take the knee here. Rochdale do now get the game underway, and hoof it straight long, diagonally to the right, to the north stand, and it's out for a Pompey throw-in. Within 4 seconds, the ball's already left the field of play. 3 seconds in, the ball has left the field of play here. Nathan, hi Blake, not late today. No, you're not. You're bang on time, Pompey. It is underway. Sunderland facing Rochdale today. Not Rochdale, we're facing Rochdale today. Sunderland facing Oxford today. As you're here, Sunderland's lineup for today: Burge, McLaughlin, Sanderson, O'Neill, McFasdean, Power, Scowen, Jones, McGeady, Gooch, and White in a 4-2-4 formation. I think that is a 4-2-2-2, apparently. And Oxford's lineup is Stevens, Hanson, Atkinson, Moore, Ford, Henry, Brannigan, Sykes, Barker, Taylor, and Shadipo. Do you think you'll win today, Nathan, or do you think it'll be difficult? There has been a goal in League One already for Pompey's playoff chasers, chasing Pompey down. Ipswich, who have taken the lead 1-0 at home to Bristol Rovers. 1-0 there. And I will do, as we always do, I'll type up some of the key games onto the screen so we can have a look at the live scores, so to speak, of other games. Sorry for the shaking. That is what happens. I'll try and do this. It's an own goal for Bristol Rovers there as well. Not the way you want to start. Rochdale have a free kick in the corner between the Fratton end and the south stand, looking to rip this one into the box. They've taken it short. Rathbone dinks it into the back post. Nobody there. Out for a Pompey corner. A Pompey corner, a Pompey goal kick. Sorry, I keep getting my words mixed up today. There we go. There are the current scores in League One. Going across the bottom now. Nathan, either win or draw. Yeah. I think you take a win today for you, nothing less. I mean, you'd accept a draw, I think, Sunderland in that game. It won't be easy. But that said, with a win, you could go top of the league. Top of the league today is up for grabs, Nathan, with a win. If Hull lose and Peterborough fail to win. Charlton and Lincoln obviously not in action at the moment. Charlton beating Doncaster 1-0 away earlier. Gillingham not in action either. They played the other day against Wigan, beating them 1-0. As Raggy gets the ball and smashes it clear. Search of Curtis, who's been bullied and is down. This is one problem I think we could have with Curtis today, is he likes to stay down quite a bit. He doesn't like being on his feet. He loves to try and beat people. When he gets pushed a little bit, I don't think he's going to enjoy it. As Johnson brings the ball down the right into Harness. Harness is passed to Williams, cleared away. As Rochdale out to bring us down this right with the number 22, who cuts inside and is killed by Watmore, who does win the ball. But the Rochdale player is still down. As Rochdale whip it into the box, is hit Ben close twice and is out for a Rochdale corner. Rather drop points today than Monday, Peterborough Monday. Yes, if you drop points to Peterborough, that could be the promotion chase slowing down. But then if you beat them, then you're into the promotion places and with that game in hand still as well. So that's definitely doable. But then I think, Nathan, you'd rather win today, draw Monday, if Peterborough lose today. Because then they've got 1 point out of 6 and you've got 4 points out of 6. Either way, as Rochdale whip this in left-footed into the box. It is one, no it's not. It's won by both people into Harness, who smashes it clear in search of Close, chasing it down. Bazanu on the ball as it cuts as Bazanu goes to kick it, cuts to a replay of the run. Perfect challenge by Watmore there, winning the ball. Oh, it's in the back of the net. They haven't shown the goal. I don't know who scored it. I think it's Ryan Williams. iFollow cut away from it. They weren't showing anything, and the ball is in the back of the net. Pompey 1, Rochdale 0. Don't ask me who scored that, because they haven't shown it on here. Harness into the right side of the box, whips it across, and it's finished off by Ryan Williams at the back post. Ryan Williams with the goal. Pompey 1, Rochdale 0 in League 1. Pompey now within a point of Lincoln in 4th in the table. Could it be Pompey's day to close the gap massively on the teams around them? Well, that is Pompey 1, Rochdale 0. Didn't see it going. Massive smile on Danny Cowley's face. Not surprised by that one bit. Nothing else really going on in the league. Pompey do take an early lead inside 5 minutes. Pompey are 1-0 up at home to Rochdale. What a start. QPR have taken the lead against Coventry, and Watford taking the lead against Sheffield Wednesday in the Championship as well. We'll have a look at who could be coming down. Wycombe, Sheffield Wednesday and Rotherham in the relegation zone as it stands. Rotherham with 3 games in hand and everyone else 2 points off safety. Could they stay up? If they do win those games in hand, it will be at the expense of Birmingham, who will go into the relegation zone. As Curtis looks to get a straight back away again here, and McShane kicks it out for a Portsmouth corner. Pompey in search of a quick 5-second goal. Pompey going to go for a big win here. Yes, Lewis, I was just talking about that. Missed the goal. They were showing a replay. They were showing a replay of a run as Pompey tackled. I don't know whether they tackled the keeper or it was a bad kick. But I know Harness, good work down the right. Whipped into the back post on the floor. Williams finishes it into an empty net. 1-0. Quite simple, really. As Jacobs looks to whip this corner and right-footed from the corner between the north stand and the Milton end. It is whipped into the front post. Curtis flicks it back with his feet. Cleared away only as far as Harness on the left side of the box, who turns out again to the north stand side to Jacobs, who looks for a cross into the box to Curtis, who misses it, and it is now cleared away by Rochdale, only as far as Lee Brown on the halfway line. Everybody is already back into position though. Jacobs comes inside to Close, who's covered him, who goes up to Harness, who's come out to the left here, cuts inside and passes it across to Tom Naylor, who passes it now across to Jacobs. Looks to carry it inside. It goes out to the left wing position, and Lee Brown is offside. And Rochdale will have a free kick. Pompey fans, be happy with that early start? Don't think we can be anything else, can we? Salford are continuing their losing form in League 2, losing to Grimsby 1-0 at home. Exeter losing to Port Vale 1-0. Leighton Orient taking the lead away at Mansfield 1-0. Cheltenham beating Tranmere 1-0 as well. So as it stands, Salford slipping to 12th in the table. That's not good for them. Exeter slipping as well. Cambridge still top of the league. Joints on point with Cheltenham. Cheltenham with a game in hand there. League 2, a funny old league. Looking to see if there's been any more goals. There has not. There has not. Don't think Pompey could have accepted anything else from today having a win, and we're scoring within 5 minutes now. The Cowley effect. The Cowley effect. If you do want updates as well of my YouTube before I post videos, Blake _ O'Neill YT on Instagram, or Blake _ PFC, or no, just Blake PFC on Twitter. If you want to follow me on either of them, I post them there fairly regularly, more on Twitter than I do Instagram. But still, Jimmy Payne, we're just a bit too good. Indeed, we are. Unless you're a Rochdale fan, then you're not. If you're a Pompey fan, we're a bit too good. As Close and Raggett play a couple of passes to each other, and Raggett punts it out right-footed to Johnson in the right-back position, who loses out here. Rochdale looking to turn through us. Naylor and Johnson, combination of them two, just brought him down. Lovely flick play between Williams and Johnson as Harness comes and collects the ball. Williams with the overlap. Harness needs to find it, doesn't. Goes inside to Curtis instead, cut out by O'Connell and cleared away. Jimmy Payne, would you take Cowley's full-time or just to end the season? I take them full-time personally. Definitely would take them full-time. Nathan, who is Peterborough playing today? Fleetwood away, mate. Fleetwood, decent form. It is 0-0 there. Peterborough, I'm going to have a look at their team. It is a strong team for them. Pym, Butler, Beavers, Kent, Thompson, Brown, Reed, Burrows, Schmoddix, Ward and Clark Harris. Fleetwood also with a fairly strong lineup for them in a 3-5-2. Fleetwood only one loss in their last. Fleetwood have only had one loss in their last 7 games. That was their last game over Swindon at home. Before that, beating Lincoln, beating Shrewsbury, beating Gillingham, beating Ipswich, drawing to Blackpool and Accrington there. As Raggett heads one clear from the area, Close jumps to win it, doesn't. Drops to Naylor, who heads it above the Rochdale player, out to Close. Dinks it forward to Curtis, who passes it to no one. It does eventually, though, get to Marcus Harness. Marcus Harness, who's coming forward here. He's missed the ball on his skill move, and O'Connell is just going to clean that one up. And does out to the left flank for the left back, who kicks it quite far forward. But yeah, Fleetwood, they'll be looking for 3 points there. As Ipswich have got a second against Bristol Rovers. They might be going for the 7-0 scoreline that Peterborough got the other day. So we'll put that in. I'm not going to put the scores up yet. There's not many going in. As soon as it gets to there's some 1-1s and things like that happening, I will. Hope Clark Harris gets injured or suspended. I hope he gets suspended. Because he is pretty much the single-handed reason Peterborough are there. Nathan, if he gets injured, they're screwed. Mo Issa had only 1 goal this season. Plymouth 1, AS Wimbledon 0. But yeah, Mo Issa's only got 1 goal this season. That came in the 7-0 win over Accrington. Yeah. So, yeah, they've got Sariki Dembele. He's not really a striker, though. Schmodix could possibly play there, but they don't want to miss out on Clark Harris. As Johnson whips one into the box on the right-hand side, over absolutely everybody. And the Rochdale right back smashes it clear and out for a Pompey throw-in inside our own half. 1-0 to Pompey. Rochdale playing in a green and black strip today. I don't know whether I like that or not. Obviously, their home kit is blue, though, so they can't wear that. Austin, damn, that was quick. 1-0. Yeah. Austin, I think you would have been annoyed about this as well. iFollow was showing a replay when we scored. So I didn't even know we'd scored. They panned back and the ball was already in the back of the net. So I didn't know. Nathan, exactly. But that's like saying if we didn't have McGeady and White, we wouldn't be there. You probably wouldn't, but then I think Sunderland have got better backups. You know, you've got Jamie Jones is there, I think, who's a good player. Is it Jamie Jones? What's his name? 1 minute. I'll get your lineup up and have a look because I can't remember his name. You've got Gooch there, who's up front today alongside Wyke. It's Jordan Jones you've got there. Your bench as well. Ledbetter's there. Diamond is a good player. Maguire, ex-Pompey, good player. Ross Stewart is fairly all right. O'Brien scoring the other night. He's a good player. So I think you've got better backups than other teams possibly have. Anyway, Pompey looking like a very, very good team today so far. Sunderland as well have had 68% of the ball in your game there, Nathan. So they'll be hoping to make use of that and not waste it. As Pompey have it on the halfway line, happy to just pop the ball about a bit. See, this is what I want England to do. We did an England screen the other night. And England were doing this passing football, but they weren't using it. They were just happy to knock it about. Pompey are happy to knock it about, but they do still search for the inventive pass. They're looking for that one pass, boom, they're through, or quick, let's just knock it between us. We'll get it forward a bit while we do it. Whereas England just are happy to just knock it side to side to side again and do absolutely nothing with it. That's what annoys me the most. I keep clicking on the wrong lead. I'm trying to look at League One. I clicked on the Irish Premier Division. Don't ask me why. Cheltenham 2-0 up at Tranmere, at home to Tranmere. Leighton Orient 1-0 up at Mansfield. Grimsby 1-0 up at Salford. Port Vale 1-0 up at home to Exeter. And Forest Green have conceded away at Bradford. 1-0 there. That's all the goals. The 2 early kickoffs both ending 0-0 in League Two. But yes, that is how it's going at the moment. Pompey searching for a second with Lee Brown. Has with the throw on the far side here. Deep inside Rochdale's half. Lewis looking good, passing well. Love to see it, mate. We look completely different. This Pompey team is better than most Pompey teams I've seen in recent times. We have fun. And Jacobs happy to pass it back there. Doesn't want to lose the ball. Raggett pass it across to Naylor. I want to see how quickly we can get this back up to their box. Naylor knocks it out to Johnson, who does lose out. Rochdale look to counter-attack here. 3-on-2. Searches to the far player, who slips over and gives it straight to Sean Raggett, who deals with it. They look to pass forward to Jacobs, doesn't reach him. They block it out, but Jacobs nips in and grabs it anyway. What a crossfield ball there to Harness. Harness coming forward. Williams on the overlap. Harness looks to use him, doesn't, fires a shot. We're already into their box. It is blocked, but Williams has cleaned it up, and Williams has the ball now. Back to nearly the halfway on the right-hand side here. As plays a 1-2 with Naylor, and it is back to Watmore and Raggett. Lenny, what are you watching this on? I follow. There was a free code for Pompey fans that have season tickets this week. I normally pay for it. But yeah, as Ben Close gives it away there, Rochdale plays some quick passing, but Watmore straight in and nicks the ball straight into Rochdale's half as well to Jacobs, but Curtis can't quite get on the end of the through ball. Lewis, beautiful weather on the bit, and Pompey winning. What a day so far. It's been great, mate. It has been great. As you can see out the window there, it is sunny old Portsmouth. There's not one cloud in the sky. What more could you ask for on a Saturday, on a Friday? Beautiful weather. Pompey winning at Fratton Park. Nothing more you could ask for, really, is there? Rochdale not really been able to do much so far. 15 minutes in now and nothing happening. Pompey looking to press high still on the Rochdale team here, even though Pompey do lead 1-0. Rochdale happy to try and punt it forward whenever they get the chance, as they have done there, but it's straight out for a Pompey goal kick. Danny Cowley giving some instruction from the sidelines there. What a result this would be. People say, yes, it's bottom of the league, you should be beating them. We should, but it depends how. And when you're beating teams and you just outplay them, don't give them chances, that's what matters the most. As Rochdale now have a goal kick, it's gone from one end to the other. Any championship goals to report? Watford 1-0 up home to Sheffield Wednesday. QPR 1-0 up at home to Coventry. Derby 1, Luton 0. Bournemouth 1, Middlesbrough 0. That's the latest goal from Philip Billing there 2 minutes ago. Bournemouth do take the lead. Bournemouth, they're looking good. Bournemouth into the playoffs with that win, up one position from 7th at the expense of Reading. As Norwich have a big chance, apparently. Will they be scoring it, though? Pompey knocking it. Raggett to Watmore. Watmore leaves it for Johnson. Johnson back to Watmore now. Watmore forward to Harness. Harness inside to Close, who comes between Rochdale players and plays a crossfield pass over to Lee Brown, switching the play beautifully. Brown passes it to Jacobs. Jacobs back to Raggett. Raggett out to Jacobs. Jacobs back to Watmore instead of Raggett this time. Playing some nice football. And Norwich have taken the lead away at Preston. Bristol Rovers have pulled one back in their game against Ipswich. It is 2-1 there now. Bristol Rovers will not be wanting to lose lightly there. Joey Barton is struggling so far in his Bristol Rovers career as a manager. As Rochdale press down Craig McGill for overheat, Oxford just hoof it clear. Harness wins the flick on up to Curtis, who tries some skill move, doesn't work. Curtis looks a bit unnerved today. He's a bit unhappy that he's not got a goal yet, I reckon. Curtis does nip in though. It's forward to Jacobs. Jacobs 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and he's put it wide. Just wide of the left post there. Should have been 2-0. That should have been 2-0. Michael Jacobs. Curtis nicking the ball off the Rochdale defence / midfield. Slotting Jacobs through 1-on-1, who drags it wide of the left post. Great pressing work from Pompey there. Jacobs comes inside on his right foot, centre of the box. Right-footed effort, just wide of the left-hand post at the Milton end. Should have been 2-0. Does well to beat the keeper, but doesn't quite beat the post. Lenny just can't wait till they reopen the stadium. No one can. It'll be a very, very good day. The final day they do that. Well, the first day that it's 20,000 odd again. No, not 20,000, 18,000 odd again. Not the 2,000, because although that was loud, it wasn't as fun as it could have been. That wasn't it back. That was it temporary. When it's back fully, that'll be good. Playoff final, of course, will be played in front of some fans. So that could be good if we get there. It's obviously a job to be done first. You can't just plan for all these things first. Obviously, the challenge is still there. If I get 1,000 subscribers before Wimbledon away in Pompey's season, I'll be riding there on my bike with Dad. If we get 1,000 before the League One playoff final on the 30th of May, we'll ride there. And if we get 1,000 before my birthday on the 25th of July, we'll ride to the Amex Stadium in Brighton. As Johnson whips it in from the right flank here, looking for Jacobs, who boots it out for a goal kick. Ryan Williams is down, looking like a head injury though. He's been clattered again. He's been in the wars the last couple of weeks. It's not nice, but he has. Oxford have taken the lead away at Sunderland. Nathan, that's not good news for you if you're still here, mate. Sunderland 0, Oxford 1. Latest goal there. We'll have a look at who scored it. We'll put them on the bottom now. Fleetwood 0, Peterborough 0, Ipswich 2, Bristol Rovers 1, Sunderland 0, Oxford have just taken the lead, Oxford 1, and Swindon 0, Blackpool 0, as well as some other games. We'll have a look at them. Accrington 0, Burton 0, Crewe 0, Hull 0, Fleetwood 0, Peterborough 0, Ipswich 2, Bristol Rovers 1, Northampton 0, Shrewsbury 0, Plymouth 1, Wimbledon 0, Portsmouth 1, Rochdale 0, Sunderland 0, Oxford 1, and Swindon 0-0 with Blackpool. Now that goal there comes from James Henry for Oxford, the left back. Nathan, it's not good news for you, mate, if you are still here. The central midfielder James Henry managing to get a goal there. We'll try and find out what it was like. Williams is still down inside the 20th minute here. Apparently it was a right-footed shot from outside the box to the bottom left corner on a counter-attack. That's not good news. Sunderland having more of the ball, more chances, but not doing anything with them so far today. They have gone behind to a James Henry effort at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland 0, Oxford 1. Williams is making his way off the pitch now. I don't think he'll be going off. And Ryan Williams did get the goal, so the goal scorer now is making his way off the pitch. He won't be coming off, but he has received treatment, so he'll just temporarily leave the pitch, as you have to do when you get injured. So yes, Ryan Williams with the goal for Pompey today. As my chair decides, wants to squeak again just to get involved. Williams is already, Cowley is in his ear telling him what to do, even though he's just come in injured. Jacob, the goal, well, I didn't see it live because I decided they wanted to show me some adverts and a replay. But I didn't see the build-up to it. But Harness came into the box on the right side, whipped it to the back post on the floor, and Williams tapped into an open net. Quite a good goal from what I've actually seen of it. As Rochdale come forward and have a throw-in on the left-hand side here. 1-0 Pompey into the 22nd minute. Rochdale simply, I'm looking at some of their players' faces, some of their mannerisms. They're just kind of, oh, we're here because it's happening again. They don't seem happy. Let's say that. But you wouldn't be, would you, if you was at bottom of the league? Shaughnessy, I think this is going to be a long throw into Pompey's box at the Fratton end. It is a long throw. Right to the penalty spot. Crackers, Michael Jacobs clears it away. That might have been close, actually, same boots. Oh, that's not a nice challenge. Referee. They've cleared it away. Curtis has touched it round Keohane, who's come up shin or knee height, caught him in the air. Curtis is still down. His studs are showing there. That's worse than John Marquis's challenge was the other day. But any money, he won't even get booked for that. Pompey looking to catch Rochdale on the counter-attack. Keohane does go into the book. Possibly could have seen red for that one. I'm not saying it would have been a deserved red, but he could have seen red. Curtis knocks it round him and he completely cleans Curtis out around knee height. Jumps into him. Stud showing. Not a nice challenge. Keohane does go into the book for Rochdale. I want to test something here, actually. I want to see if I can log in on my iPad and see if I can put emojis so I can put yellow cards and things next to people's names. Because if I can, then I can make it more interactive so you can see things like that as well. I don't want the noise to come up on here, though. Please don't. Don't make any noise. Is it making noise? Will it make noise? That's the main problem. Right, I am here. Yeah, there was a ringing sound. Let's not do that again. We'll try. If I connect it to a pair of headphones, that might work. So although I'll be on the duo screen, I may be able to do something. Rochdale come into Pompey's half here. Still 1-0 Pompey. Rochdale do have a free kick now as I look behind me to have a look for another pair of headphones. see if I can plug them into my iPad so that doesn't make any noise. Pompey fans, happy with the game so far? If you're watching, are you happy? Are you not happy? Let me know. I like trying new things on this channel. That's what we're trying to do here. Put my headphones back on so I can hear again. Right, Pompey fans, are we happy so far? Are we not happy so far? What are we saying, Pompey fans? Please do let me know in the comments down below. Put them on my leg. Get it plugged in. I'm just going to test very, very quickly. If it doesn't work again, I will leave it. But I know I might be able though. There we go. I can remove myself from the stream. Look at here. I'm just going to quickly see if I can do something. Well, I've clicked on that, so I can edit the other one. Oxford obviously just taking the lead there. It's only just come up on iFollow. But I want to see if I can edit things in. Who went into the book? I'm convinced it was Keogh Hayne. But I do like to check these things. Pompey fans, again, let me know what you think we should do for the rest of this game. If you're happy to see out a 1-0 or if you want 3 or 4 goals to come our way. So Keogh Hayne did go into the book. Can I add? Because if I can add things like this, then it could be helpful. Because I can also add then balls. You can see who scored. Keogh Hayne with a booking. Right, let's try it. Does it work? It does. There we go. So we can see that Keogh Hayne has been booked there. And I will also edit the Pompey one to show that Ryan Williams did get the Pompey goal. In case people do join and are not sure, Raggett heads it clear. Halfway inside Pompey's half here. Rochdale looks to come forward again. Cutting between 2 players there. Watmore's cleaned him out. Got the ball. Raggett, quick interchange of passing between him and Close, and then out to Brown. Slide tackles the right wing back, but he doesn't quite win the ball. Williams does nip in though. Gives it to Brown. Brown looking for Close. Doesn't quite get there. 22 runs into the right hand side of the box. Looks to cross it in. Doesn't cross it in. He cuts it back into the box now where Williams will clear quite easily. Right, let me try this one again. Does the ball show up next to Ryan Williams? Yes, it does. There we go. Right, I will, though, add a gap. Because at the moment, it looks like Williams and Jacobs have scored. So if we do that. There we go, everybody. Williams and Jacobs with the goals. Williams with the goal, sorry. And you can actually see that now, which I think is quite helpful for you guys. So I now have a stream deck up on here. So I can look at this camera, but there's also one here that has emojis and things on it that I can edit with. But yes, Pompey fans, are we happy? Are we just content with that? Or would you like to see more goals going in? It's a very hot day in Pompey today. 70% possession to the Blues so far, with 4 shots on target. 4 shots, 1 on target. Rochdale with no shots, none on target. Well, Rochdale do have a throw in on the left-hand side here. Have there been any more goals in League One? Just some simple passing football going on here for Pompey. They quite calmly are controlling the ball. So as it stands now, Pompey 9 points off promotion with the game in hand. Pompey fans, is that doable? 9 points off promotion with a game in hand with there's 9 games to go. It's doable. Or would you still take playoffs? Pompey fans, do please comment. Would you just take playoffs now, or would you rather go, come on boys, let's go for the automatics? And do you reckon we can do it? Because personally, I think it won't be easy, but it's doable. As Rochdale do make a long kick here, but McGilvray claims it easily and rolls it straight out to the right-hand side. For Johnson, who misses it and is out for a Rochdale throw-in off their left-hand side. I don't know how he's done that, but he has. It's rolled down the bump and Doan can't get it up. And it's dropped down into the south stand. Portsmouth 1, Rochdale 0. As we enter the third third of this half. 30th minute. Shaughnessy looking, I reckon, for another long throw-in. iFollow doesn't show him at the moment because he's self-right shot, and he does throw it into the box around the penalty area again. Rochdale win it, but it's only as far as Williams inside the box. Heads it clear, looking for Harness. They do catch Harness, but Harness still wins the ball. Curtis in a foot race here with the centre-back. Don't know what's going on there. Curtis has got round him and won the ball. What is the problem? What's the problem, officer? What's going on? It's a Portsmouth free kick, even though Pompey had the ball then. He may not have won it anyway, so I'm not going to start saying the referee's doing silly buggers. But he may have won it anyways. Rochdale do intercept the pass and come forward here. Watmore's been sat on his bum. Raggett heads away. Hold on a minute. He's already been booked. I think Grant has made a poor challenge there. Or we've made a poor challenge there, or something's happened. I don't know what's going on. So they've come forward. He's gone to cut inside. He's dinked it over. Raggett heads clear. And Grant catches Naylor late. But they've won the free kick. Rathbone does step. I don't know why they've won a free kick, but Rathbone steps over it. It's about 30 yards out, I'd say. Directly in front of goal. So there's no angles here. It's directly in front of goal. Pompey fans, could this end up in the back of the Fratton net? I hope not. I pray not. Rathbone steps over it like Cristiano Ronaldo. He steps up to it like Ronaldo and he smashes it straight into the wall. Well, Cristiano Rochdale doesn't get there and he hits it straight into the wall. Any more goals from the League One yet? No. Quite simply, there has not been. Pompey and Oxford both into the playoffs now. The only two sides in the top 8 currently winning their games. Only sides in the top 9 currently winning their games. With Lincoln, Charlton, Gillingham not playing at the moment due to Charlton playing earlier, and Lincoln and Gillingham's games. Gillingham playing the other day, and Lincoln's game being off today. Hull drawing, Peterborough drawing, Sunderland losing, Lincoln out of action, and then Pompey in 5th, the only team playing in the top 5 and getting 3 points as it stands. Have a look now, though. I'm going to do this because I like to have a look on this and see Pompey's last 5 games form. If we win today, our form could be the 8th best in the league, which is decent for a club like us. Rochdale get into the box. Raggett heads clear, looking for Williams. Doesn't win the header. Harness clears up anyway. Goes to kick it back to Johnson, but it's intercepted. Out to the left flank here for Doan. Doan back, and it's back to Rochdale centre backs. As Lewis says, not a bad game far. I can see a red card though. I could definitely see a red card happening, mate. Keohane is on a yellow already. I think he made another poor challenge after that one as well. So that could see him put down and off of the pitch. They're not making very good challenges. They are making a lot as well. So that could affect them come the end of the game. I think there has only been one yellow card, yes, and that was for Jimmy Keohane. I will put that on screen now. Obviously, Bazanu, Osho, McShane, O'Connell, Beasley, Keohane, who has been booked, Rathbone, Doan, Grant, Shaughnessy, and Barr lining up in a 3-5-2 or a 5-3-2, whatever you want to call it. That is currently how Rochdale are lining up. As we get to add as many emojis as we can because it's quite funny actually. I'm enjoying this. There we go. Well, we'll put that back on screen now. Play Up Pompey. Spazanu kicks it clear. Right-footed. And I'm going to put my iPad on charge. Then you broke it then. That wouldn't have been good. I think there's been another goal in League One. I don't know who for, but it's popped up on iFollow as I've looked up there, so I can have a look. I think it's a goal for Northampton. Is it a goal for Northampton? Please enlighten me. No, they scored earlier. What's happened then? Were they just showing an announcement, or was there a goal? I don't like the way it does it because I'm in two minds. I don't know what's going on. I think it's just they're showing an announcement, and I've looked up as it's gone off because there hasn't been any goals. But Pompey take a quick throw on the left wing here. Back to close. It's quite nice football to watch actually. Pompey just controlling the game very well, with a very strong lineup as well. McGill wearing his luminous green kit there. It's a good, could get to wear at night actually, that one. This chair's like a haunted house. Every time this chair moves, it's like I'm walking around in a haunted house. Pompey playing some nice passing football in the defensive right area there. Watmore does now kick it over to Raggett in the defensive left area though, who kicks it up. Oh, great pass there to Jacobs, who comes inside Rochdale's half, passes it forward to Curtis. Curtis looking to get into the box here. Faces Paul McShane, he hits it, bottom corner, left-footed, Pompey 2-0. What a goal from Ronan Curtis that is. Fair play to you. He picks the ball up after a good Sean Raggett pass to Jacobs. Jacobs works it forward, through ball up to Ronan Curtis. Ronan Curtis then cuts back. He does a little dummy to McShane, sends McShane the wrong way, fires one left-footed across the play. Bottom right corner, no chance for Bazanu. What a pass from Raggett to Jacobs. What a pass from Jacobs to Curtis. What a touch from Curtis and a great bit of skill there. Through McShane's legs into the far post. Portsmouth 2, Rochdale 0. Pompey in dreamland. He's to you. Oh, Ronan Curtis, oh, he is so wonderful. He scores a goal. Oh, it's beautiful, magical. And he runs down the wing, he's as fast as lightning. It's frightening. Austin, long time coming for him, eh? Yes, he's needed that. Fair play to him. He has needed that for his confidence, but not only for his confidence, but just overall, he's needed that goal. Jacob, nice bed. I think you can kind of see the top of my bed there, actually, yeah. It's what that's resting on a radiator, but yeah, I think you probably can see the top of my bed, actually. But that is Portsmouth 2, Rochdale 0. I'm going to put this on screen so I can see if I can edit something. We have to quickly take this off, and you can see my bed even more over there. But until my bed goes off, we're going to quickly turn around and see if I can add this to show what colours both teams are playing in. So Pompey lining up in blue, Rochdale are not lining up in blue. We'll go to Rochdale, see if I can find their colours for the day. They're normally blue. They're not today, though. I can find their colours for today. There we go. They are wearing green and black, Pompey blue and white. So yeah, Pompey 2, Rochdale 0. As it stands, job being done, and job being done well. As Harness comes down the right-hand side here, Harness inside, messes it up. Harness does get it back up the centre-back, so takes it further right into the box, but Rochdale do clear it quite easily as well. No real problems for them there. Can Pompey get promotion? People in this live stream, could it happen? I'm not saying it will, but could it? Could Pompey claim promotion? We don't need Ray Huron after all. Pup. Don't know who that is. But play at Pompey, it is 2-0. It's a good. Helen thinks we can get promotion. Hopefully so. I pray that it can happen. We've needed it, and I think the Cowleys are the right men to do it. Helen, go through playoffs. Do you think maybe that Automatics could still be in with a chance? Or would you kind of write that one off now and think, no, it is going to be playoffs? Even though Pompey are the only side in the top 6 winning at the moment. Obviously, Oxford are winning as well, but they're not in the top 6. They're going into the top 6 with a win today. No goals in the relegation games apart from a Northampton goal there. Ryan Watson with it. Is he playing? Bryn Morris is playing, number 18 today. He's been playing quite a lot recently. He's yet to get a goal for Northampton. Hopefully he finds with fitness though. I'd like to see him. I know he's one of these players that everyone hates at Pompey currently, but I'd love to see him come back and for a pre-season maybe just see if he is actually good and whether it was his injuries or whether he is just a diabolical football player. That'd be interesting to see. Depends. Think we'll go 3rd. Yeah, I could see that. You know, I put it as 5th 2 weeks ago, and I'm thinking now that I may have got that wrong. I don't think we'll necessarily get promoted automatically, but form comes out of nowhere, and Pompey seem to be hitting at the perfect time. As Pompey come forward again, Jacobs into Harness, right-footed into the box for Curtis, just out of his reach. Bazanu catches it though, and I've managed to click somehow on an ad for an app that I don't want to click on. Pompey 2, Rochdale 0. Can it be done? Can it be done? That's the big question. I'm just going to have a look at goal difference as well and see if that plays a role at the moment and just see who has the better goal difference. Obviously, Peterborough had good goal difference after their win. Pompey on 16 goal difference, better than Lincoln's, better than Oxford's, better than Charlton's, better than Blackpool's, better than Gillingham's, better than Ipswich's and Doncaster's, but it is not as good as Sunderland's, Peterborough's or Hull's. Behind them by at least 9 goals, 11 goals in Sunderland's case, 12 in Peterborough's, and then 16 in Hull's. So I think they need to start losing games, and we need to winning them by a few goals. We need goal difference today. Rochdale did cut inside, did have a shot. It did get dragged wide of the post, deflected though, and it is out for a Rochdale corner. Lewis, I'm a bit behind, but quality, loving life, class. Yeah, it is class. I think I'm behind as well. Rochdale whip it in, right-footed or left foot. I didn't really see. Hoofed away after the knockdown by Lee Brown. Harness jumps to win the header, doesn't. It drops behind but Close, who kicks it into the Rochdale player. Up to Harness, who gets killed there. Oh, ref. Sorry, Harness, there's a dangerous challenge put on Harness, who avoids it. He then puts in, not a great, obviously he was a bit out of control, yes, but he goes completely under the rock. So there's a 2-footed challenge there from, I don't know who that is. They're number 14. Sorry, I got a blocked nose. From Rochdale's number 14. Harness then goes in 1-footed. He dinks it over him and then jumps over Harness. And the rest giving them a free kick from Ollie Rathbone, who had a little moan and go, ref, ref. Hopefully he does grow up into the man he should be one day. Jeff, be happy with a playoff place. It'll be the first time I'll be positive about it. Yeah, I'd be positive going into the playoffs this season. Unlike I have, like even Oxford last season, I was happy. But it wasn't one of those where I was thinking, yay, we're in the playoffs, we're going to win it this year, finally. I was watching the games, I was there, I was just, involved. But I never really thought it would happen. As Blackpool have taken the lead away at Swindon, that's a goal that we could definitely see coming. Ellis Sims gets the goal there, puts Blackpool back into 5th, a point behind Pompey with a game in hand. I want them to lose. Warren, be happy with playoffs, the sun's shining. Yeah. I'll be happy with playoffs, don't get me wrong. After the way Jacket had us playing and dropping out of the playoffs badly and quickly, getting the playoffs is massive. Anyone would agree with that at the moment. Pompey plays some nice interchange football, but it's picked up now by Rochdale striker. There's a bit of sloppiness from Pompey there. He kicks it out to the right-hand side. Brown and Jacobs tracking back very quickly to try and stop him. So inside, pass forward quickly. One quick snap shot, but blocked by Watmore. Watmore blocks it into Curtis, who looks to run forward, checks back and passes it to Lee Brown. Lee Brown looking to pass to Raggett, doesn't. It goes to Watmore instead. But Pompey have it safely now. Well, relatively safely anyway. With about 5 seconds left of normal time in this first half, McShane heads it only as far as his left back there. Stinked out. Johnson pressing, doesn't quite win it. Close does nip in though and grab it before it hits the player. Out to Johnson, into Naylor, out to Harness, who looks to get inside to Jacobs, doesn't. Deflected up to Curtis, who heads it straight into the keeper's arms. Pompey 2, Rochdale 0. Paul McShane, surprised he's not getting burnt in the summer sun. Obviously, he is ginger, just like me. It happens quite a lot. Crew 0, Hull 0 at half time. Bazinu right footed kicked it long as 3 minutes have been added on here. It's straight through to Rochdale striker. 1-on-1 with McGilvray. McGilvray saves, deflected off Rochdale striker. It does look to bat towards a goal, but Raggett clears it off the line. 2-0 to Pompey still. Rochdale striker has got back up. I don't know his name. Johnson stops the through ball. It remains 2-0. It could have been 2-1 there, but good work by Raggett to make sure that didn't cross the line. Let's say that. So he beats Raggett for his man. He goes to dink it over him. McGilvray saves it, does a bit of pinball over McGilvray. Raggett tracking back behind McGilvray and stops it. Sunderland have equalised. Sunderland 1, Oxford United 1. Nathan, if you're here, I'm guessing you're happy with that one, mate. Sunderland with an equaliser there. I'll have a look at who got it shortly. It's just saying equaliser at the moment. Who? Lyndon Gooch with the goal. Charlie White's strike counterpart today. Lyndon Gooch getting the goal there. Ipswich versus Bristol Rovers is half-time, 2-1. Rochdale out here on the left wing. Looks to smash it across box. Hits Johnson and comes back to number 14, Rathbone, I think that is. Into the box now for 22. Gets it. Watmore. That's a bit dangerous, but he knows what he's doing. He looks like he's going to hit him and slide him, which could have been a penalty, but doesn't. Decides to stay on his feet and boot the ball high and clear into the south stand. 2-0. A minute left of this second half. Second half, first half. Pompey most likely going to go into the second half with a 2-goal lead. I think it may be a corner or another long throw. It is a corner. Down to take left-footed. Into the back post here. Won by Watmore across goal. Harness kicks it clear. Nobody up there at the moment looking to defend the half out. Back the whole way to Bazinu in goal. Right footed looks to kick this one clear. He does. Raggett stops it from getting in behind. Out to Brown. Brown kicks it long in search of Curtis. Doesn't win it. O'Connell does instead. Back to Bazinu. Williams to chase him down. Bazinu boots it out right footed into the south stand for a throw in. Pompey's right wing. Bazinu, a young keeper, I think, on loan from Manchester City. Callum Johnson wants to take his throw in quickly. But the half-time whistle has gone. Pompey 2, Rochdale 0, half-time. Every Pompey fan happy with that, or are we wanting more from the second half? Please do let me know, as I hope to invite Lewis and Dad back in at half-time. Jeff, going to enjoy my half-time cuppa. Yeah, I think everyone's going to enjoy their half-time drink. I do have Pepsi, and I'm going to have to open another one because it's boiling today. And I'm getting, well, compared to what it has been. And I haven't got my window open because there's noise out there. So I'm going to have to get another one. I'll read the comments in a second. Let's get. Oh, they are quite cold actually. They're fairly cold. They're not very cold, but they're all right. I can see Lewis there. I will add him shortly. I can see him party. I'm just trying to not rip the bag. These cans are coming. Obviously, the pack of 8. There's only 3 left. I didn't drink them all before you asked. Dad did. The other 4. We'll put them down there. Papa Flo, very happy with the scoreline. Let's hope we keep control of the game in the second half and give a clean sheet. Hopefully, it'll be good for McGilvray's confidence, as I pulled out my headphone there. Good for confidence, good for everything if we can hold on. Trying to break everything here. Lewis. I've invited him as he's down in a drink. How are you feeling after that first half, Lou?
Oh, mate, I'm loving life. What a half. We're actually just looking so much better under the Cowleys. Every game we look like we're getting better. It's just so nice to see.
Yeah, Jeff has said there is a threat from Rochdale. We haven't won yet. We do agree, Jeff, but that first half, they haven't really shown much, Rochdale. We've shut them out, in my opinion, fairly easily. I think they had one shot and it trickled wide of the post. We will have a look now at the stats from that first half, as we always tend to do. 60% possession in Pompey's favour, 5 goal attempts to their 4, 1 shot on goal for them, 2 to Pompey. No shots off goal for them. Blocked shots, they've blocked. I've had 3 blocks, we've had 1. 1 save for Pompey, none for Gavin Bazanu, apparently. They're winning on throw-ins. 1 yellow card to our none. Free kicks, they've had 7, we've had 4. Lewis, sum up that first half. 1 sentence.
It's brilliant, wasn't it? It's actually just a brilliant first half. It went our way. We got 2 good goals. What more to ask for? Just hope we keep up for the second half.
Yeah, that is the main thing. As we do, and now invite Dad back. Hopefully, he's decided to have the Wi-Fi working now, or at least put his 4G on. Dad, what are you thinking after that first half?
I thought it was pretty steady. Yeah, we looked pretty decent. Keeping the ball very well. 70% possession again. Playing out from the back. Rochdale did come into it in the last 5 or 10 minutes, put us under a bit of pressure. Raggett clearing in the 6-yard box right on half time. So we got to be careful that we don't let them score like we did last week, like Shrewsbury scoring.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to get a third goal as quickly as possible. But yeah, it's such a marked difference from the Jacket era. We're knocking the ball around. We're playing. We got confidence. We're pinging balls out. We just look a completely different team.
Yeah, we definitely do. Lewis, opinions on the goal, the first goal? Although we didn't see the first one, what are your opinions on the 2 goals? I mean, I looked up and I was like, hold on a minute, the ball's in the back of the net.
It was just really good play. The first goal, obviously, what I see from the highlight, nice in from Harness, nice ball across for a nice easy finish for Williams. Again, the second goal, nice ball from Jacobs for Curtis to go round, bottom corner. It's just a typical Curtis goal like he did in the playoffs against Oxford. That same place, bang, bottom corner, just a nice goal. We just look so much better in attacking. We've had so many chances. We could be 3 or 4 in it. We've had chances. Jacobs has missed a few. He could have gone for a few balls as well, but we're just playing really well. You know what I mean? There's not much we can really go back on. It's bad apart from just letting Rochdale in the last 5-10 minutes, which, like your dad said, we just need to score a third to cement our position on the game.
Yeah, Lawrence has commented, imagine supporting a good team. Could never be me. I don't know who you support, Lawrence. Please do let us know if that's Rochdale or if it's another team. Pompey are being a good team at the moment. But anyway, Jeff, when we secure a playoff place, should the club sign them up long-term before another club come in for them? I'm guessing here, guys, he means Danny Cowley and Nicky Cowley. Dad, I'll pass one over to you because Lewis answered the last one. Lewis, you will get a chance to answer this one. Don't worry. Dad, would you give them long term or would you leave them to leave?
I think we need to. McGilvery's run out. He's coming out of contract, so we need.
This is the Cowleys, Dad.
Hey.
This is the Cowleys, first of all. The Cowleys.
Oh, sorry, mate. I thought you meant the players that are out of contract.
We can talk about the players as well, but the Cowleys, first of all.
Oh, they need to be signed up straight away.
Yeah, what about the players then? I will let you go about
that. Players like McGilvery, for me, needs to be signed up ASAP. I think Watmore's out of contract.
He is.
Yeah, so he needs to be signed up. Ben Close, being a revelation under the Cowleys. I think
I'll have a look on Google and see who's out of contract in the summer while you talk about this.
I think Lee Brown's out of contract as well.
Tom Naylor is, isn't he? I think
Tom Naylor's out of contract, yeah. I think even Andy Cannon might be out of contract as well. Ryan Williams, I think he's out of contract.
I'm going to search and have a look. Lewis, now Jeff's question again about the Cowleys. I'll give you a chance to answer it. Go.
If we don't sign him at the end of the season for long term, if we get past poor decisions from the Arsers. Simple as. We need to sign him for long term because we're playing well. if we get playoffs, even if we don't win it, give them a full season, see what they can do, because we could maybe go up champions, but automatic promotion next season. You know what I mean? Like, if we don't sign them on a long-term deal, that's poor business at Arsenal. And then I'll start asking questions for the Arsenals on what they actually want for the club.
Yeah, well, the players out of contract in this summer, I'm going to exclude loanees for now. We'll talk about them in a second. Charlie Daniels, Tom Naylor, Ryan Williams, Geordie Hawula, Jack Watmore, Andy Cannon, Ben Close, Craig McGilvray, Haji Minoga. Haji Minoga does have an option for another year,
9.
as does Ben Close. Ben Close and Haji Minoga both have the option for another year. So, Dad, out of these, Daniels, Naylor, Williams, Hawula, Watmore, Cannon, and McGilvray, who out of them would you sell? Who would you let leave?
Well, I wouldn't keep Daniels.
He's 34 now. I will remind you of that. He'll be 35 next season.
Hawula won't stay.
To be fair though, Dad, you say that. The Cowleys have given him a couple of chances. He's only not playing this week because he's injured.
No,
if he wasn't injured now, I think he could get a new contract and stay. With this injury, though, it may.
Yeah, I think if you're going to be honest, across the board, the 4 players out of the ones you just mentioned, who we need to sign up, there's got to be McGilvray.
Agreed.
Ryan Williams.
Yep.
Tom Naylor.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack Watmore.
Andy Cannon? No, not Andy Cannon.
Yeah, but you asked me. I've just said 4, so I'd put those 4. Okay. I'd put those 4 ahead of everybody else.
Priority. The main priority ones.
Yeah, and our loanees: Harvey White, Lewis Ward, Rasmus Nicolaisen, and George Byers. Any of them would you sign on permanent deals, or would you be happy to see some of them go?
I'll let them all go.
Would you? Even sorry, I'm just trying to look at this and it's messing itself up. Obviously, Harvey White's out of the question. Tottenham aren't going to let him go on a permanent, maybe another loan deal for him, which would be quite good. Rasmus Nicolaisen, would you not want to see him come in permanently as possibly a backup or even as a starter if we're in the Championship?
No.
Right, he's a Football Manager player, isn't he, Lou? He's good on there, not
I don't
not
think
so good
he's a
in
good
real
player
life
whatsoever, to be honest. I think he's a
George Byers.
sometimes, to be honest.
George Byers, though, there is potential in him.
Yeah, but I think he's
George Byers, poor attitude for football. What he did when he didn't play against Sunderland. Why are we going to want to keep playing like that when he's got poor attitude?
And he did the same.
You know what I mean?
He did the same in the Checker Trade final when he got subbed. He started squinting.
Yeah, I will say one thing though about George Byers.
Poor attitude.
Jeff has put it here as well. Players would have just gone under Kenny Jackett, but with the Cowleys in charge, they will sign. I think that's a very good point. You know, players were unnerved. They weren't happy. Yes, not necessarily because they've come in and they're going to be like, oh, hallelujah, it's a new team, it's a new club, I'll sign a new contract. Yes. But I think there's a lot more chance.
You're going on the
and some loanees as well there that could come in. George Byers could get that injection of, passion that he needs, some confidence
in him. If he wants to
sign
a new contract, he'd need to learn how to manage his attitude a lot better. Tell you that now. 100%.
But personally, I think the Cowleys would do that. What?
I'm going to pass you over to Jordan. He wants a couple of words.
Okay, but we won't be able to hear him.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Up the Blues?
Jordan says up the Blues. Yeah, we can hear him, but not very well. Mackenzie says 5-0. If it ends 5-0, I'll be happy. I'll be more than happy.
Don't start going overboard. Don't start going overboard. We're 2-0 at the moment. They come back into it at the start of the first half. We just need to cement the position, get one more. I'd be happy with 3-0. 5-0.
Well, last weekend we were 2-0 up. It ended 2-1. So we can't say 5.
Exactly.
We said 5-0 last weekend and it ended 2-1, and we were just about holding on. This week we need
to a win, any sort of win, is all that counts.
What's the saying? Don't start counting your chickens before they hatch.
I've just seen something on Twitter. I'm going to turn the light off on this camera so I can show this on my phone. It's a funny looking Rotherham badge if it does focus. It's a funny looking Rotherham badge.
Funny that. I never knew Rotherham had Pompey badge.
Yeah. Well, Rotherham had the most goals by subs apparently with Pompey. Let's turn this light back on. Make this a bit better. Come on. Oh, Jacobs. I've just seen the goal has come back on iFollow. Jacobs has pinged the diagonal crossfield pass from the halfway line, the left-hand side of it, over to that harness position where he crossed it from, Lou. So Jacobs has been at the heart of both Pompey goals today.
He's playing
It's-
well. I just feel like he could have scored. I feel like he's playing well. Don't get me wrong, he's playing well, but I still feel like he could have scored if he would have put the extra foot in. You know what I mean?
He missed an absolute sitter.
That's just been
when it just
shown
went past
here.
the
Yeah,
post? When it just went past the post?
Yeah, he should
yeah.
have scored.
I think he did the right
scored.
thing, but he should have been scoring 1-on-1 with Bazanu there.
Yeah,
They're the
he's got
sort
to
of
score
chances we need to be taking because that's what's
Yeah.
gonna.
Especially
keep us
against the teams.
a better
I know we're
advantage
not
of that.
playing any of them anymore, but teams such as Sunderland, Oxford, Doncaster, they take you prisoner against them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, we're not playing them for the rest of the season. We've got Accrington, MK Dons. Even MK Dons could do that. These are bottom of the league. It's different.
Or Burton.
But you
or
get
potentially
you
Wigan.
you get to the playoffs, and teams such as Hull or Blackpool that could be there. You miss chances like that, they will come a cropper. They will come back and you go, cheers for that, lads. We're going to come and hit you on the counter now, and we're going to score. Cheers for that one. Ronan Curtis's goal, Lewis, though, well taken. Does he deserve it? Are you happy to see him back in the goals for Pompey?
Oh, I think Curtis has been superb since the Cowleys. He got the game where was Ipswich 2 assists. Obviously, he had to miss the Shrewsbury game because of internationals, which he didn't play, which is
He would have been banned anyway.
But I just thought, yes, Curtis has played good all round. To be honest, like nice goal. He's also played well, but I've noticed a few times that first half, if something went wrong, he'd chuck his head down. And I noticed that a few times the first half. He just chuck his head down and fry his hands. You know what I mean? If he keeps his head up, he could have scored 1 or 2 more. You know what I mean? Like I can see him being a very big part to us coming the end of the season.
That's Curtis's first goal since the 9th of February, which came against Swindon. How much, Dad, do you think the Cowleys have influenced players like Curtis, who were a bit cocky before he came in? Jackett kind of let them be cocky without the performances to back it up. Do you think with the Cowleys in charge, that's going to change, and you think the Cowleys have affected that positively and gone, okay, we'll channel that cockiness into your play? Like Curtis's first season at Pompey, he was a different breed of animal. He was cocky, but he deserved to be cocky because of how he played. So do you think that the Cowleys will be able to harness that cockiness and go, right, do this, and maybe calm him down a little bit?
Yeah, I just think not just Curtis. I think every player seems more interested, more energetic, more alive. They seem like they want to fight for the badge. It's a completely different mindset we're looking at now. And yet there is going to be times where we come under pressure. There is going to be times where other teams put us under, our backs are against the wall. But we seem like we have ideas now. We didn't have any ideas before. The only option, even McGilvery now, he used to hoof the ball out every time. But he's rolling it out. He's not just hoofing it down the field. Little things like that.
He's looking for options as well, whether it's long or dip. Even if he does kick it long, he's making sure there's an option up there to win it.
Yeah, exactly.
The little changes make a big part. The little changes make a very big part.
Yeah,
they do.
McGilvery, all he used to do every time he got the ball was just hoof it.
Well, that's what he was told to do, clearly, wasn't it?
Well,
defenders were the
so
same. It was get the ball, get rid of it, get the ball, hoof it, get the ball, clear it, get the ball, he'll win it. They were putting too much pressure on the strikers to have to run in behind and win headers. Whereas, they're doing it as well in this 4-2-3-1 system that the Cowleys are playing. They are still doing the hoofing sometimes, but they're only doing it if they don't have other options. So they're only getting it long if there's no short option or there's no middle option.
I want to see what all these Jackett lovers are now. I want to see where they are now and tell me that you still want Jackett after watching this.
Yeah. If there are any Jackett supporters, I don't think there's going to be any people that were so passionate about keeping Jackett in and things like that. I have muted Dad quickly because I can see him talking. But I don't think there's going to be any people here left that are still like, no, if Jackett was still here, we would have been top of the league by now, flying. Because I don't think, Dad, hello.
That's called deluded, that is. That's
delusional. I think those people have been let out of a mental asylum. But anyway, Dad, evidently you look like you've been let out of a mental asylum as well. So what do you think of people that still want Jackett in and over the Cowleys?
Well, I'm sure there isn't anyone that wants Jackett in, Blake.
No, not now. But they supported him more than the Cowleys, is what I'm on about.
Well, they should have been in the loony bin.
The loony bin. The loony bin. The loony bin.
Definitely.
Someone said something the other day that I saw that was quite good. just before the second half begins. Someone put, what was it? That since the Cowleys have been here, they've done more in the community than Jacket ever did, or with the fans. Look at the Cowleys. Just this week alone, they've turned up at fan podcasts, or the PI forecast they got involved with, open air training session that they kind of, open mic, not open air. So they recorded their own training session and showed the fans. They've been doing a lot of meetings with fans, been speaking to the fans a lot more. They've been open about what they want to do, whereas Jacket was quite quiet and didn't want to do that. Do you think that's good for the club?
Definitely.
Yeah,
they're engaging with it.
Go on, Dad. I'll let you finish.
They're engaging with the people, the fans, even though you can't see them. They're doing stuff.
Well, Jacket didn't give a monkeys. Yeah. Put it that way. Jacket never give a monkeys.
Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, I will let you go for the next 45 minutes until full time. Pompey have got us back underway here, so I'll speak to you guys at full time, and I'll see you then.
Close. See you
in a bit. Well, they will be back in at full time, but currently Pompey holding a 2-0 lead over Rochdale into the second half now. We need to try and hold on, quite simply. Oof. Jeff, so the Liverpool, I'm not sure. Liverpool do what as well? So I don't mean to be rude. I'm just not sure what you mean. Apologies for that. Rochdale take a free kick from inside their own half. Looking searching forward, not really reaching anyone though. I will now though put on screen the current scores on the doors. Fleetwood. Well, I'm going to go through them all on here, but the key ones are showing on screen because I can't put them all in. There's not enough letters. But League One: Accrington 0, Burton 0, Crewe 0, Hull 0, Fleetwood 0, Peterborough United, 0, Ipswich 2, Bristol Rovers 1, Northampton 1, Shrewsbury 0, Plymouth 1, AFC Wimbledon 0, Pompey 2, Rochdale 0, Sunderland 1, Oxford 1, still half time there, and Blackpool 1, Swindon 0, away at Swindon there. Big result that would be for Blackpool, continuing their playoff charge. I want to get back to the Premier League where they once were. Championship: Bournemouth 1, Middlesbrough 0, Bristol City 0, Stoke 1, Cardiff 0, Nottingham Forest 1, Derby 1, Luton 0, Millwall 0-0 with Rotherham, Preston 0, Norwich 1, QPR 2, Coventry 0, Watford 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Wickham 0-0 with Burton, with Barnsley, Reading and Bristol Birmingham versus Swansea the late kickoffs today. Rochdale, let's come down the left-hand side here. Don't quite do it. It trickles out for a goal kick to Pompey. Looking at the table here, just looking at what Rooney has done for Derby. They're in the relegation zone just a mere 2 weeks ago. They're now 2-0 up. They're 2-0 up at home to Luton. They now have a 8-point gap over relegation, having played a couple of games more, but 8 points is 8 points. Lee Brown comes forward down the left here. Curtis misses the ball, but Williams does nearly pick up on it. Harness looks to clean up the mess, doesn't quite do that though. Still 2-0. League 2 now. Bolton 0 with Colchester and Scunthorpe 0-0 with Crawley as the early kickoffs there. Barrow 0, Newport 1. Bradford 2, Forest Green 0. I'll have a look to see if Gareth Evans is playing for them. Cambridge 1, Morecambe 0. Cheltenham 3, Tranmere 0 as the ball's across the box by Lee Brown. Baznu saves it, doesn't catch it, eventually does. Cambridge 1, Morecambe 0, Cheltenham 3, Tranmere 0. Mansfield 0, Leyton Orient 1. Oldham 0, Stevenage 1. Port Vale 1, Exeter 0. Salford 0, Grimsby 1, Walsall 0, and Harrogate 0. We'll have a look and see if Gareth Evans is playing for Bradford today. Obviously, former Pompey. He is not. He is not playing for them. Is he on their bench? He is on the bench. No, he's playing. Where? Oh, he's number 17, central midfielder. Completely missed him there. Gareth Evans is playing for Bradford today. But most likely you don't care about that because we're a League One club now. We'll go back through the lineups. No subs at halftime as far as I'm aware. I will quickly, though, check in case I show you a lineup that isn't actually true. As Rochdale, it's come forward again, but it is blocked by Watmore, and Watmore clears out for a throw-in. Yep, there have been no subs. So, Rochdale, the away side, lining up. Bazanu in goal, Osho, McShane, O'Connor make up a back three. Beasley, Keohane, Rathbone, Doan, Grant, Shaughnessy and Barr with Keohane on a yellow card for them as well. Possibly should have seen red for that yellow card challenge, but didn't. He's only on a yellow. And then Pompey, McGill, Gold, Johnson and Brown as our fullbacks, Watmore, Raggett as centre-backs, Naylor and close central midfielders. Williams on the left wing, in the middle. He's one of them. He's in the middle with the goal. Harness and Jacobs on the wings with Curtis, our striker for the day, with getting the other goal and leading the line. Nathan, we're going to get beat this game. We have played very poor. Have you? I'll have a look at the stats. And just because I've clicked that, it's taken me all the way back up to the top as O'Connell takes another throw in for Rochdale, quite long, but Raggett kicks it clear. Flicked on by Rochdale. Curtis looking to get him behind there. Curtis doesn't quite get there. Bazanu comes in, cleans up. The stats from Sunderland versus Oxford then. 60% possession to Sunderland. 6 shots to Sunderland to Oxford's 1. 6 chances to Sunderland to Oxford's 2. So I'm guessing, Nathan, that it's a case of not taking chances or not creating good chances necessarily. Just getting some chances, and that's basically where it ends. It's Pompey to come forward again. Jacob plays a nice 1-2 Williams, who slots. Jacob slots in Harness, who looks to slot in Williams again, but Bazanu comes out and claims it again. Bazanu so far has been my man of the match for them. None of their players really done much for me. They're number 22, I think it is. Have a look at what his name is, Rochdale fans. Bar Sheep. He's had a decent game in attack for you, if you're here. Other than him, Rathbone's been rated well, but I wouldn't put him there. But for me, Gavin Bazanu, I know he's conceded 2, but he's had a decent game for you guys. It's so nice to see Close playing well and the positivity around him. Nice to see him playing well under the Cowleys. It is, Lewis. It's very nice. I've never seen anything better than Ben Close getting to play again. Getting to play well. Close making a pass up to Harness on the right wing. Obviously, Pompey now attacking from the Milton end to the Fratton end. John Marcus is least favoured end to score at. Rochdale popping it forward. Naylor looks a slide, but I think he slipped there. Watmore does block out the eventual pass after that, though, and it's still 2-0. Trickling out to the far side here, around the halfway line area, as Rochdale to come forward. Eventually, they turn around and knock it back to the centre-back. Goes across to McShane, who makes a heavy touch there that Curtis looks to capitalise on. Curtis does beat McShane, but can't get the ball off the other centre-back, but Jacobs does. Plays it back to Brown. Brown plays it to Jacobs, who's about 2 metres away from him, back to Naylor, who is clattered and wins a free kick. Just on halfway there, near the edge of the pitch to the south stand, Naylor has won a free kick for Pompey. There's going to be a double sub here for Rochdale. I'm going to have to type this one up to see who's come off, who's come on, who's doing what. I'm thinking it is a double substitution. Morley is coming on. I don't know who for, though. I'll find this one out now for you. I'd imagine Keohane to make way. Paul McShane has made way. One of the centre-backs is making way here. So Connor Grant has made way for Aaron Morley. McShane has made way for Roberts. I don't know if he's I'm going to have a look at where he plays. He is a defender. Not really sure why they've done that. That's not really a tactical change, is it, Rochdale fans? Or is that just... There's your lineup now. Bazanu, Osho, Roberts, the new defender. O'Connell, Beasley, Keohane, Rathbone, Doan. The new substitute, Morley, Shaughnessy and Barr. Any reason why Roberts? He's an 18-year-old central defender there, Roberts. Aaron Morley's quite young as well, as I know. Yeah, he's 21 years of age. Signed in on my Pompey football manager career, actually. Bazanu takes a goal kick long. Searching, finding, but is flicked on by the number 19 Shaughnessy. Close does win it in the end. Jacobs then kicks it clear, searching for Curtis, who has won it inside the box. Left foot across the box, nobody there, cleared away. It's a shame really that I found that quite a good cross. I think Pompey do need a third here. Pompey do need a third goal. And Pompey Teddy over there. There. Where is it? There it is. It's over there. It's got the old badge on it, the better badge, as I like to know it. You should have dropped the phone adapter. But that has now been sorted. This chair is going to annoy me. The chair's going to be the death of me, this. I do apologise for the sound this chair is producing, but not my fault. Johnson has got us a throw in on the far right-hand side here. It's stuck on the netting, the ball, currently, which isn't great. That's the one place you don't want to get the ball stuck, but it is stuck there. I think they've got a new ball up. Nicky Kelly with his iPad. Johnson throws it to Close, plays a 1-2, then out to Naylor, who searches forward. It's deflected, but comes back to Close. Looking for Harness on the head, doesn't do it. But they're pressing straight away here, Pompey, and are winning the ball back quite quickly as well. Back to Watmore. Watmore up to Naylor on halfway. Naylor now carries it over halfway, pings it cross field over to Lee Brown, who does get it not out of play. 1-2 with running Curtis, so he's come deep. Brown into the box, and it is out for a Pompey corner. Great football there down the left-hand side. Curtis dropping back like Kane likes to do for England, but he's not dropping back without the intent to get forward again, and he does eventually come forward again. Jacobs looking for another ball because obviously there's no fans to throw it back to him. Jacobs will step up and take this corner right-footed. It's the corner in between the Fratton end and the south stand. He does take it quickly, though. I think he's going to Harness. He may not in the end, but he's looking to. Yep, he has taken it short to Harness. Harness back to Close, who looks to play it to Jacobs. It gets blocked, but Close does win it straight back. And then eventually gets tackled again. But then Harness comes back and wins it. And it's now back all the way back to Lee Brown, who looks to get it forward. He does, flicked onto the left for Jacobs, who goes round his man brilliantly, cuts back onto his right foot, stops it back onto his left, back inside again, hits Harness, and Rochdale come away with it. Quite a good move there for Pompey, just lacking the finishing touch. Please do subscribe if you are new to the channel. It means a lot to me. Can we hit 700 before the end of tomorrow? That is the aim. If it could be done, that would be mental for me and for everyone that's helped me with this channel. There are 34 minutes left of this half. Lee Brown across to Tom Naylor. Tom Naylor into Jacobs. Jacobs back to Brown. It's quite interesting actually commentating these games at the moment because it's very good passing football as Jacobs pings it all the way back to Craig McGilvray at his feet. Pompey fans, I don't know if you're happy with the performance so far, if you are watching. If not, are you happy with what you've seen or heard from other Pompey fans? Or what you've seen online? As Close looks to play a quick pass back to Watmore, nearly goes out of play, but doesn't. Pompey just slowed the play down brilliantly here. Naylor's dropped into centre-back while Johnson darts one forward so Watmore can go out to the right. Raggett back to McGilvray. McGilvray at Johnson. Harness bringing it forward over the halfway line here, out on the right-hand side. Checks back, passes it to Johnson. Close, dinks one back to Sean Raggett. Quite good passing football today from Pompey. As Jerry Yates makes it Swindon Town 0, Blackpool 2. There will be a bit of post-match on here for about 5 minutes, maybe 10, before my review does go up later, possibly about 5:30. I want to get that one out for. Before maybe a couple of more videos this weekend. Pompey, there will be another live stream on Monday night for Pompey's trip to the DW Stadium, home of Wigan Athletic as well. Do let me know in the comments now if there are any videos you'd like to see over the 2-week Easter holiday or Easter break that I have. I have plenty of time to make videos. I could do a Football Manager one maybe. FIFA, if anyone wants to see it. Possibly. Songs you don't want stuck in your head. Danny Cowley looking to make some subs now. I think he's gone up to Joe Gannon to speak to him. Rochdale making this throw and goes high up as possible. at the moment. But Pompey went straight back off them, and Raggett has it at the centre-back position. He carries it over halfway and pings it out to the left-hand side for Lee Brown. Lee Brown dinks it forward in search of, I think, Ronan Curtis there. Doesn't win it, though. It's out for a Rochdale goal kick. Not much actually going on at the moment. Bit of a tussle there between Jacobs and one of Rochdale's players, who decides to stand there and not let Jacobs even attempt to get the ball. It's Keohane, the man who is on a yellow card. Possibly a bit unfair there, actually, because Jacobs was just trying to win the ball and Keohane stood there and picked him up. But I'm not going to say anything. As they do now come forward down the right-hand side, well, their right-hand side, Pompey's left. Inside now to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy across. It looks into the box here. Barr misses the ball. Raggett punts it clear. Not up, but out. Out for a throw-in down the right-hand side of Pompey's defence, or the left-hand side of Rochdale's attack. Oh, and he fell off my chair then. Shaughnessy goes a long throw into the 6-yard area, drop back, hit by another Rochdale player. Barr brings it down. Close gets in the way though and passes it out to Curtis, who looks to bring it clear, slows himself down and plays it out to the left for Brown. Brown. He's bringing it out to the wing, doesn't he? Cuts back, gives it to Raggett. Raggett gets pressed but kicks it out all the way to Johnson, who tries to touch it down, doesn't do it well, and it's out for a Rochdale throw in near halfway. Pompey have had 71% possession today. It's a great stat there for any stat people. Pompey having 71% of the ball in a game against bottom of the league is what we want to see. Out for another Pompey corner now. Not much really going on in this game at the moment, and it's a bit boring. But soon I will let you know something, either for the Euros or when restrictions are lifted. We'll be doing watch-alongs in here, possibly there's a bench here, we'll have a TV there, or we'll have the TV here, we'll all be sat near this, or we'll get a bench put in there, or a sofa or something, or some chairs, something, and we'll get 2 or 3 people, Lewis, maybe Dad as well, all in the same room, as opposed to having to do it online, which would be good. Into the box now, Baznu catches, and there's been a goal, and it's come where the league leaders Hull are playing. Now, I haven't got any Chris Kamara to ask who scored it, but I can spoil the secret of who scored it. Sunderland fans, you'll be happy. Pompey fans, you'll be happy. Peterborough fans, you will as well. Crew 1, Hull City 0. That means that Pompey are still the only side in the top 4 to be winning. Top 5 to be winning, sorry, not top 4. We're not quite in the top 4 yet. Oxford have had a man sent off away at Sunderland. That is Matt Sykes, who's just been sent off there. Not looking good for them. Did I put in Blackpool 2 them up? Because if I haven't, I will take this off and change it. I didn't. Brilliant. We'll put that back on there. Lewis controlling the game so well. Great passing. Yeah, it is. We're controlling it brilliantly, and I'm happy to say that we are. I'm just going to put a red thing next to Oxford. So there we go. That's been edited now, so you can see the actual scorelines. There will be a Pompey substitution here as Michael Jacobs does now make way for Harvey White. Coming on for Pompey. Jacobs, the goal scorer, coming off. Sorry, not Jacobs, the assister, well, the starter. He assisted Curtis's goal and assisted the assist of Williams' goal there. So White is coming on. I've just noticed as well, I might be able to do something quite funny here and add different things. So obviously we're trialling new things to add. Ooh. So I might add something to show that he's come on, as opposed to just putting him in the lineup. I won't do this for Rochdale's one because I can't actually remember who has come on for them. There we go. There's Pompey's lineup now. McGilvray, Johnson, Watmore, Raggett and Brown as the defensive options, with Naylor and close central midfielders, Harness and White on the wings, Williams in the middle and Curtis leading the line. I don't know what emoji's showing up there for everybody. I know what emoji's showing up for me. That's a bit of a different one on my laptop there. Oxford down to 10 men. We have a chance now. Yes, Nathan, you do. We have a very good chance. You won't get a better one than that. Pompey have a free kick, whipped in left-footed. Williams at the front post trying to claim it, knocks it out to Harness. Harness onto his right foot, into the box. Raggett. Is that off the post? Is that not off the post? I don't know. Is that for a Pompey corner? I don't know whether it actually got to Raggett or whether it was deflected wide. I think it was deflected wide, actually, Harness's cross there. It's right-footed. Yes, it's come off someone. Not Raggett, though. Not Sean Raggett. Unfortunately. So foul ref. Pompey have another free kick. Oh no, they don't. Rochdale have a free kick there. Johnson pulling the man down there. I think it is Barr who is on the floor. Johnson plays a pass, yeah, and then Barr comes in and tries to nick it off him by kicking him. So Johnson just pulls him down. Bit cynical, really. No need to make it, but he has made it anyway. I think Dooley has just come on for Rochdale. Once again, I cut the highlights so I couldn't see what's actually going on there. But I think Dooley's come on. Yep, Dooley has come on for the long throw merchant, Shaughnessy. So we can do it. We can edit this on my iPad anyway. Playoffs, hopes, or too soon? Yeah, I think we can. Well, I think we're fifth, Austin, now. So playoffs definitely could be happening. But I think some Pompey fans are thinking maybe even promotion, but that's a bit too far. As Rochdale don't to nick in there, but I think that's going to go out for a Pompey throw-in. It is. But I think we're still with a chance of automatics. Don't get me wrong. It's not going to be easy if people are going, yeah, we'll win it. It's going to happen. We're going to win the league and things like that. That won't happen. But I reckon from automatic promotion, we've got 88 points that we can still get, that we can still finish on. So it is definitely doable. That's what I'm going to say. Definitely doable. And I'm going to have a look here so I can add the things here. So Shaughnessy's come off. So Rathbone has come on. Rathbone on. Oh, Dooley, sorry, not Rathbone. Rathbone's already on the pitch. Well done, Blake. I struggle with things sometimes. Pompey do have another corner here at the Fratton end. Well, attacking the Fratton end. Roberts has come on as well. I'm going to look and see who's actually taking this. It is the left foot of Harvey White who whips it in. Good corner, but headed away as far as Johnson, who hits one from the edge of the box, and it's up and high and away into the Fratton end. It's a good chance there for Pompey, but wasn't really going to happen. And there we go. There is the team with the subs that have come on as well for Rochdale. The Cowleys can have my kids. Love seeing Pompey play well. I do as well. It's always good to see your team playing brilliantly well. That is always a positive as I yawn because I am actually quite tired. I don't know why. Probably because it's a hot day. I've been doing some stuff. Blackpool obviously 2-0 up means no goal for the goal difference being claimed by Pompey on them, but still a point above them, up a point off Lincoln. 7 points off Sunderland in third, 9 off Peterborough in second. Hull have equalised away at Crewe. Didn't see that one go in, but Hull have equalised. Josh McGuinness penalty there, 5 minutes after going 1 down. Looking to see if there's been any more goals. There has not. The Pompey fans, are we happy? Any other League One fans, let me know how your team's doing, or any other football fans in general. There's 20 minutes left of this Pompey game, so do let me know if you think there's anything your team's doing that you don't like. As Barr plays out the left flank here for Rochdale, they're looking to come forward. It's nearly the box. Barr looks to do some skills. He doesn't beat Naylor though. The press of Pompey's doing well. Close goes to press one of Rochdale's players, the central midfielder. I think it is Rathbone there. But it is already now back to Rochdale's back 2 or back 3. But the centre-back, O'Connell, has made a huge run through the middle. He has been stopped now, though. But Barr's picked it up and it looks to dart through the Pompey defence as well. Watmore stops him and kicks one clear up to Williams, who, if he turns the right way, he could have been 2-on-1. He didn't. He was brought down and stopped quite easily. It's unfortunate because Pompey, if he had made that pass, it could have been 3-0. Austin, watching the Champions League matches next week. Oh, it's a good idea, actually. I could do them. If you want to see them, do let me know. Put it in the comments now. Should I do a watch along of the Champions League games next week? What are they on? They're on BT, aren't they? If I can get BT up on my TV, I can try and do it. Because I think I do have BT, but it's downstairs, not where I watch the games. But I may be able to do it down there. If you want me to do it, people, do let me know. And I can see. I could try. It's on Tuesday, I'm guessing, yes. So, City v Dortmund or Real Madrid v Liverpool. Probably watch the Real Madrid-Liverpool game there. Maybe City Dortmund. Let me know which ones you want to see as well. Wednesday, Munich versus PSG will be the game we'll watch, with Porto facing Chelsea as well. I might watch Porto v Chelsea. I think they're all on BT, aren't they? They are. But they're on btsport.com, so if I get the login, I could watch it on my iPad. If you want to see those watch-alongs, though, do let me know. There's 18 minutes left of this game now. Counting down the minutes. Can Pompey get 3 wins in a row for the first time since the beginning of last year? Harnett, why is that a foul, ref? Harnett has stripped the Rochdale player off the ball there, and it's been given as a free kick. I wouldn't like to answer why, because I don't know myself. But it has been given offside. Offside, it's been given as a foul, not offside. Blake, calm yourself down. Barr coming through the middle of our team here doesn't get through, though. Can I have a look to see when Pompey, if they've done it recently? When our last win, 3 wins in a row. Last time we went 3 unbeaten was Plymouth, Swindon, and Bristol Rovers. Plymouth, Swindon, and Charlton. We played them in February. So our last 3 League One wins in a row. Oh, it's not even League One wins in a row. It's just league wins in a row. It was 2020, the end of it, when we faced Ipswich, Cheltenham, and Peterborough. That was in a period when we only lost 1 game out of 10. 1 game out of 10. I'm going to search up to see when Pompey have won 3 in a row. Some nice passing football going on here. Not much really happening though. I can't find out when the last one 3 in a row was. But I think it would have been during our ridiculous run last season. I think it was January, February we hit that run. It was 9 or 10 wins in a row. So I'm gonna just search last season. Normally the seasons are put on Wikipedia. It was so Ryan Williams has been booked. I think it was stopping the opposition from coming to attack. Not really cynical, but there's no real need to do it, as I'm going to go edit this on my iPad and put the yellow card in. So Williams, a goal and a yellow card now for him. He's been involved quite a lot today, hasn't he? There you go, team lineup. You can have it along the bottom there. So it should be after that. Pompey to come forward. Curtis can't quite make it. It's out for a throw-in down the right-hand side. Let's try and mirror away. Yeah, so I think it was back then was the last time we had 3 games in a row. It was the 15th of February 2020. Last time we had 3 games in a row as Gillingham, I keep saying other teams. Rochdale have another corner, left-footed, taken by Doan into the box. Searching for the back post where it's won by Tom Naylor to Ronan Curtis, who takes a bit of a heavy touch but keeps it in anyway. Puts it down the line, searching for Harvey White, who's got no one really on him here. There's players following him, but no one on him. Does a couple of skills, he gets it past his man, but then eventually does get stopped. Naylor does pick it up though. Not really allowing Rochdale to have any freedom of play here, which is always good to see. Close up to Curtis, who brings it back, and then out to Harvey White, who's playing more of a left mid for Pompey this season. Obviously, the managers that have been here have seen him as more of a wide player than they have as a centre mid, which is fair enough. Marcus Hines has picked up a loose clearance there by Rochdale, but Curtis's heavy touch is cleared away by Rochdale and out for a Pompey throw-in to the north-hand side. Curtis does pick himself back up though. I'm waiting for another sub really just to see the game out. Curtis getting some instructions from one of the Cowleys here, we can see. Hopefully, Pompey could hold out and get another goal and then just happily get the 3-0 win. I did predict 2-0 though. But I didn't do it on the Know Your Football, so in a way I don't want it to finish 2-0 because otherwise I'll be kicking myself and not doing it. See, I predicted last week's one 2-1, it finishes 2-1. I predicted this one as 2-0, it is 2-0. Brown comes into the box and boots one right-footed, but it flies away. It was a free kick anyway, but Rochdale are claiming that Brown should be booked for having a shot, even though I don't think he really knew. Rochdale are moaning about absolutely everything today. Austin, top 2 faves to get promoted to the Championship. I said in my predictions that it would be Sunderland and Peterborough. I still think it will. Pompey could maybe sneak in there, but I'm not going to put us as a favourite because we're nowhere near that. The only way we'll get is as an underdog. It could happen. I'm not going to write us off, but I think it will be Sunderland and Peterborough. Hull not doing great. 1-1 draw away today would be a bad result. But when they want points and they want wins and they want this, they need to be beating teams like Crewe. Whipped in by Rochdale, but they missed the header at the back post again. Looking at some of the results, no other goals still going in. Pompey do still hold the 2-0 lead here with 10 minutes left to go until full time. Nathan with the red and white. I don't like the colours, but when it's Sunderland, we can accept it. Has anything happened in your game, Nathan? Is that why you're doing that, or is it just because you're here to support Sunderland, or because I said you're the favourites to get promoted, which I would still see you as? Sunderland, if they can find a winner, will be second in the table. Andy Cannon seemingly ready to come on for Pompey here. Most likely will be for Ben Close. I can't see him bringing the captain Naylor off. Unless he wants to make a change. Sorry. Ooh. Unless he wants to make another change in tactics here to bring off maybe someone like Williams, but it probably won't be. It's more likely going to be Close. Maybe Harness. They are showing the players' tactics at the minute as well on the sideline, something that Pompey have missed in recent times. We haven't seen a lot of that. Could Curtis make way here? He's been a bit injured. I don't know whether he's going to come off or whether it's simply a slight injury. Rochdale complaining to the referee even more, whinging, moaning. We've seen a lot of that today from them. And literally anything that's happened, Rochdale, oh, ref, official, please. Right, I don't blame them sometimes. But Andy Cannon is coming on. He is coming on for Marcus Harness. Marcus Harness making way for Andy Cannon. He has had a very good game today, to be fair to Marcus. That is definitely going to be a change in style, or whether Cannon will just come in and Cannon will just go at Cam. Williams will be pushed out to the wing, maybe. As my computer continues to shake, because it likes doing that when I move my desk. That's Pompey's team currently. McGilvray, Johnson, Watmore, Raggett and Brown. Naylor in close central midfielders. Cannon just ahead of them. Williams and White on the wings, with Curtis leading the line still. Nathan, you're dominating them. Yeah, I would think so. The 10 men, I've looked at the stats recently as well. It says you are. Just as we're dominating Rochdale, but not really being able to take anything from it. Championship scores on the doors as they are, as Pompey take a throw in the right corner. Bournemouth 3, Middlesbrough 1, Bristol City 0, Stoke 2, Cardiff 0, Nottingham Forest 1, Derby 1, Derby 2, Luton 0, Millwall 1, Rotherham 0, Preston 0, Norwich 1, QPR 3, Coventry 0, Wickham 1, Blackburn 0, Watford 1 and Sheffield Wednesday 0. League One scores: the early kickoff, Doncaster 0, Charlton 1, Accrington 0, Burton 0, Crewe 1, Hull 1, Fleetwood 0, Peterborough 0, Ipswich 2, Bristol Rovers 1, Northampton 1, Shrewsbury 0, Plymouth 1, Wimbledon 0, Sunderland 1, Oxford 1, obviously Oxford on 10 men there, Swindon 0, Blackpool 2, and Portsmouth 2, Rochdale 0. League 2, 2 early kickoffs there, both ending in 0-0 between Bolton and Colchester and Scunthorpe and Crawley. Barrow 2, Newport 1, Bradford 3, Forest Green 0, Cambridge 2, Morecambe 0, Cheltenham 4, Tranmere 0, Leyton Orient 2, Mansfield 0 away there. Oldham 0, Stevenage 1, Port Vale 1, Exeter 0, Salford 0, Grimsby 1, Walsall 0, Harrogate 0, and Sunderland have scored. It is 2-1 to Sunderland at home to Oxford. It's a goal that I think has been coming, hasn't it, Nathan? You are here still. Personally, I think that has been 10 men for Oxford. It's a goal that's probably deserved. I'm not surprised it's happened. But it is now 2-1, Sunderland versus Oxford. I'm just going to edit all the scores here because I've got quite a couple of them wrong. Aidan McGeady with the goal there. Big goal for them. McGilvray catches an easy Rochdale cross. And there's seemingly not much threat being posed at the moment. Then add a couple more games to this. I look like I'm concentrating because I'm typing. I do apologise. Nothing really going on in the Pompey game. It's still 2-0 to the Blues. Still not much happening either. We are waiting for the elusive third goal. Don't think there's going to be one coming personally, but you never know with Pompey. Probably concede one just to make it interesting. We've run out of letters. So is there something I can do here? Yeah, there is. Find some letters to type in Burton, and we've got all the games up. Just about got enough. But all the scores on the doors on the bottom there. Fleetwood 0, Peterborough 0, Crew 1, Hull 1, Ipswich 2, Bristol Rovers 1, Sunderland 2-1 against Oxford with 10 men, Swindon 0, Blackpool 2, Plymouth 1, Wimbledon 0, Northampton 1, Shrewsbury 0, Accrington 0, Burton 0. That is all of the scores on the doors in League One at the moment. Austin, opinions on a Portsmouth owner. They're all right. Maybe the investment isn't what a lot of fans wanted to see, but they're putting money into the stadium. They said they could. The players, they have spent some money on some good players as well. They're good businessmen. I've said this from the start, really. They're good businessmen, not so much football men. But if they can keep our finances steady, we made a profit over this COVID year. So there's not much we can complain about with that, as Charlie Daniels looking to come on here. So yeah, there's not much we can complain about if they're making a profit over this year for the club. So yeah, first game after international break, probably not going to be too exciting. I think you're on about the higher end games, as Ben Close does make the way for Charlie Daniels, looking probably still to be 4 at the back, but Charlie Daniels will come on out in central midfielder, where he's done a bit. Oxford manager's been sent off, Nathan. Carl Robinson always has been a bit of a loose cannon. Didn't realise he'd be getting sent off, but he has. What did he get sent off for, Nathan? I'm guessing you are watching. What's he been sent off for? Can I guess he's been in the 4th official space or something? That is Pompey's lineup now, in case you were wondering. Because there's been a couple of changes. Daniels is out on the wing. So it is looking at a 4-2-3-1 system. Brown and Johnson as our 2 fullbacks. Raggett and Watmore as 2 central defenders. White and Naylor, 2 central defensive midfielders. Cannon at cam. Daniels and Williams on the wing. And then Curtis still leading the line. I'd love to get another goal, but I don't want to throw everything forward. Nathan, decent and just getting in rest face. Just everything. Oh, fair enough. I'm not surprised. He's always been like that. That man has. But we'll talk about after this things that are happening. Peterborough have taken the lead. Nathan, you're dropping back down into 3rd. Peterborough 1, Fleetwood 0. Not too good, but goals happen. Not much we can do. We'll put them on the bottom now. Crew 1, Hull 1, Fleetwood 0, and Peterborough 1 are the latest scores. Dad has put, or Paul O'Neill, my dad, has put, not amazing enough, but holding out wins a win. Peterborough scored fuming. Clark Harris. It's always him, isn't it? It's always him, Clark Harris. Always him. Don't think they have anyone else, do they? Let's be honest. Johnson, Clark Harris getting the goal there. And Hull have scored in the 92nd minute. Malik Wilkes has scored for Hull. 92nd minute there. That's a painful one, especially for Pompey fans who thought we maybe be able to move above them soon. But we still have the games in hand on them, so we can't complain. Just need to get the points where we can get the points and just hope other teams do eventually mess up. Crew conceding their 91st minute. It's a tough one to take for Crew, tough one to take for Sunderland. They thought they'd close the gap. Every team now inside the top 6 winning if they're playing. Pompey still only a point off Lincoln, 9 points off 9 points off Sunderland in third, 11 off Peterborough in second. But we have still got games to play on them. Some games in hand there. We've got one game in hand on Peterborough, 2 on Hull. So yeah, 5 added on minutes here at Fratton Park. Not going our way now, absolutely fuming. Yeah, Nathan, but it happens, doesn't it? You know, you've got the hardest run and you get the wins. You beat these teams. You beat Peterborough Monday, you're there again anyway. And if we look at who Hull have got on Monday, Hull have got Northampton at home. Right, they should win it. But well, we had Northampton and we lost. So anyway, you can lose to anyone, you can win against anyone. As iFollow has finally caught up and put it saying there's been 5 minutes added on. In my opinion, autos was always a pipe dream for us at this point. The best thing is to finish the season strong in the playoffs and bring the carry momentum into next season. Yes, Jay, agreed, mate. I mean, promotion isn't out of the question, but if fans are saying, no, he's got to go if we don't get promotion automatically, then they've got to go. the fans have. Because, come on, let's be honest, we're not going to get automatics, are we? And if we do it, it'd be ridiculously surprising. We could win every game now, from now on to the end of the season, including this one. We'd get 30 points from that, putting us on 88 to finish the season. And if we look at the table as it stands, because obviously as it stands, we're winning anyway. And with those 30 points, it'll put us on 88 points. Hull, to do that, we need 5 wins from their last 7 games to catch up with that, to get that amount of points. Peterborough would need pretty much the same, with another point coming there. Sunderland would need pretty much the same, but they've played the same as Mount the Bus. Plymouth beating Wimbledon. Wimbledon struggling this season. Accrington finishing 0-0 there with Burton. Another point for Burton. Mackenzie, thank you for saying it's a class channel. Please do share with people you know if they're not already subscribed. We'd love to get to 1,000 before the dates I've already said. 1,000 before Pompey's trip to Wimbledon, and we'll be riding there. 1,000 before the League One player final, we'll be riding there. And 1,000 before my birthday on the 25th of July, we will ride over there. Me and Dad, that is. I'm going to have a look at flash score now and see if anything's happening. Curtis nearly nicked in for a third there. The keeper got it cleared just about in time. Every game still into extra time. I'm hoping Fleetwood can get a late equaliser. Very unlikely that'll happen. But we can pray. We can hope. We can dream. There we go. But Pompey fans, do let me know if you are new. Do subscribe. Let me know what you think of this game. Let me know what you think coming at the end of the season. Where you think we'll finish. What you think of the channel. But please do let me know. I'll be reading every comment. Blackpool have claimed a 2-0 win away at Swindon. That's another big 3 points on their quest for the playoffs. Austin, July 21st, July 25th. That is my birthday. We'll be riding to Brighton if we get 1,000 before then. Brighton Stadium, not just Brighton in general. Rochdale carrying it forward. Brown heads it away, only as far as Daniels. Picked up in midfield off of Harvey White, I think that is. He's going to strike it, I think. No, he's out to the right wing now. He's into the box, across goal, and it's 2-1. That's poor. Come on, Pompey. Let's just... Oh. It's a painful one to take. Yes, we're still 2-1 up, but we need to be getting goal difference with teams like this. This isn't the case where we get 3 points and move on. This is the game you should be winning 2, maybe 3-0. But they have claimed a goal back. I don't know who scored it. Jordan Beasley, 94th minute. Crew 1, Hull 2, full time. Peterborough 1, Fleetwood 0, full time. Ipswich 2, Bristol Rovers 1, full time. Jake Beasley there. It's a bit of a poor goal, really. Poor marking in the box. Pompey, lapse of concentration there. We can't afford to be doing this going forward. We've got a minute left to hold on now for all 3 points. As Rochdale do hoof it forward, searching for the right wing. Brown heads it out for a throw-in. Come on. Ref, blow your whistle. I know there's a minute left, but please. Oh my God. Not again. We've done it before, lads. Cowleys, you want 3 wins from 3. Make sure we hold on to this, yeah? pulling my hair out. Sometimes it is painful supporting Pompey. As Rochdale tried to make a key pass there, but Johnson cuts it out. Williams kicks it forward. Curtis chasing it down with O'Connell. O'Connell manages to get it back to Basnu. Curtis chasing him again. Basnu just getting it out there before Curtis can get anywhere near him. Northampton 1, Shrewsbury 0, full time there. Only 2 games continuing, and that is Pompey v Rochdale and Sunderland versus Oxford. Both of those 2-1 to the home side at the moment. We get down into the last 15, 20 seconds here. There may be a bit more added on due to the goals. Hopefully not. But Rochdale, the better side at the moment, Pompey happy to sit back and let them onto us, just getting it clear and stopping the final ball. They try to look forward. Raggett punts it clear. That's into after the 1st minute of added time now. The referee should be blowing the whistle anytime soon. We're into the 6th minute of 5 added on. Out to the left-hand side. They're carrying it forward. Rochdale look to whip it in left-footed. It's blocked by Williams. That should be a foul there for Johnson. Yeah, Johnson has won a free kick there. That should be it. We're now into the 7th minute nearly of 5 added on. Pompey have a free kick just outside the area to the right. Sunderland 3, Oxford 1. Got a 3rd goal there. I don't know who scored it. I will have a look. But Sunderland 3, the 10 men of Oxford 1. Good result for them, that one. What was I going to do? Put that on the bottom. The McGilvray kicks clear over halfway. The referee's still not blowing the whistle here. It's out for a Pompey throwing down the right wing. Surely the whistle's got to go shortly. Pompey taking their time with this. And that will be full time now. Pompey claiming their 3rd win in a row for the first time since February 2020. And we all know what happened that year. We messed it up in the playoffs. We'll get Lewis and Dad's reaction shortly. But before then, we're going to take a quick 30-second pause while I sort something out. So until then, I'll see you in about 30 seconds. And we are back. We're joined by Lewis. Now, I can't tell.
I can hear now. I can hear.
Lewis, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear now. I can hear now.
Okay. Post-match reaction. Sum it up. Go.
Now biting near the end, not going to lie. Bit nervous. Second half, we come out to sit for the result. Rochdale had a few good chances. They could have hit back and got a draw maybe, potentially. We could have also scored a few chances. Last 5 minutes, the nerves were starting to kick in. I wasn't expecting them to score. Well, I wasn't expecting them to score a second. I thought they'd score 1, but near the end, they could have scored a second. But we held on for the 3 points, and that's what it matters, really.
Yeah, definitely. We're hoping Dad will join us shortly. But are you a bit unhappy that the same things happened as it did last week? That we held a 2-0 lead going in half time, and then we've just come out, haven't got any more goals, but conceded another goal in the second half. Is that a thing you're worried about, or is that just kind of a thing that happens in football and we just take it on the chin?
I'm not worried, as I'm more like annoyed about it, because we know we can get we go into the second half, we know we can get another goal, I feel like, but we sit back, and when we concede a goal, it's a bit disappointing because yes, they might play the better, but I feel like we didn't deserve to concede the goal. You know what I mean? But it's not something I'm annoyed about because we're still getting the wins. It's just a bit annoying. We need to keep the clean sheets. We need to keep more clean sheets. That's 3 games now. We could have kept a clean sheet. Well, 2 games, sorry. We could have kept a clean sheet. Shrewsbury in this game. But we've just conceded a sloppy goal, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, the funniest thing that I've found is that the Cowleys have won 3 games in a row, all by the exact same score.
Yeah, they
2-1
love a
against
2-1
Ipswich,
scoreline.
2-1 against Shrewsbury, 2-1 against Rochdale. And we're going to grab Dad in now. We'll literally do a couple of minutes, then we'll have to end this. Dad, happy with that?
Yeah, a win's a win, mate. We ran out of energy in the second half. Conceded a sloppy goal at the end there, and it was a bit backs to the wall at the end, just holding on. So but it's 3 points. Other results have not gone for us. Hull have won, Peterborough have won, and Sunderland have won. So in turn, Blackpool won as well.
Yeah, but I think the positive is you're looking at it. Oxford didn't win; they've been defeated. They're now away from us. Pompey within a point of Lincoln in 4th. Now this is the big one. Within 11 points of automatic promotion. Yes, it could have been closer, but it's still 11 points, and we've got to play more games than those teams have. Dad, is it doable?
Yes, it is doable, but we'll have to play a lot better moving forward. Especially the second half to me, wasn't very good.
Yeah, well, Jeff has put 3 points, playoff place. Wine is going to taste better tonight. Yes, it is. Lewis, overall, we're going to just quickly ask. Happy with that? Do you think we need to improve next week? Do you think, on Monday, think it will have to be better against Wigan, or do you think it will be most of the same, another 2-1 away win, getting points on the cards, or do you think we're going to have to change something?
Oh, we need to improve because that second half, like Dad said, very sloppy. You know what I mean? Like there was a few things that didn't go our way. Like we run out of energy. We need to start hitting good both halves. We have a good first half. Every last 3 games we've had a good first half for the Cowleys. The second half, it's the same. We've slopped off a bit, lack of energy, conceded sloppy goals. We can't be doing that if we want to get playoffs. I'll tell you that now. Because I know we've only got Wigan Monday, but Wigan will punish us for that because they have had a little bit of form, and after the takeover now, they're a bit more confident. I know they're still in the relegation zone, but I feel like they'll still make us pay for our decisions if we were to miss chances and we were sloppy. We just need to work on not being as sloppy in the second half. As soon as that's sorted, I feel like we'll be a much better side.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. Obviously, Sunderland, all these other teams winning, but ultimately we're winning as well. We'll have to finish this very shortly because other things to do, and we've been on it for nearly 3 hours. It's been a good game. We've watched it. We've had a little talk about it. Lewis, I've asked that already. Do you think we can get automatic promotion?
Right. The way I see it, it's very doable. We've got games left. The games we've got left are winnable, very winnable. But the way I see it, we focus on playoffs. Our focus is 100% on playoffs. We have to cement our place in the playoffs. Well, get in there, cement our place in the playoffs before we can even start about thinking promotion. Because we don't want to think about automatic promotion and then that hits us, we slack off and don't even make the playoffs. As long as we cement our place in the playoffs, we can go for promotion. But as long as we make sure we guarantee playoffs, then I'll be happy.
Yeah, well, Dad, final thoughts after that game? We're going to finish this off shortly. Just some final thoughts going into Monday's game against Wigan, but also after this game. Just sum up your thoughts, a couple of sentences, maybe a paragraph if you want to write it down. But your final thoughts on the game. Final thoughts on that game and thoughts ahead of Wigan on Monday.
Right, well, your middle-aged dad's thoughts are as follows. I thought we were decent in the first half. Second half, to me, was a bit stop-start. We didn't really create anything. And I thought we were sloppy, and the goal we conceded at the end wasn't great. So moving forward to Wigan, like Lewis says, that's not going to be an easy game either. They're fighting for their lives. We need to try and at least get 70, 80 minutes of the same thing we saw in the first half an hour of the game.
Yeah. Well, there's another question I'm going to ask. Lewis, man of the match.
Oh, the man of the match. To be honest, everyone played like decent, you know what I mean? Like I'd probably go either Close played well again. I thought Close played really well again. Raggett played
Yeah,
well.
he did. Yep, agree.
I'd probably pick Ben Close again because he's just proved again that's why he's starting. He played well. He's solidly in the team now for a while. He's played well, and he just looks like he's getting better and better under the Cowleys. Something we didn't see much of under Kenny Jackett.
Yeah, Dad, your man of the match.
Sean Raggett's my man of the match.
Sean Raggett.
Good.
Any particular reason why?
I thought he was the best player on the park, but especially defensively. He outshot much better than what he bailed Watmore out a few times defensively. I thought he was really good today.
Yeah, well, my man of the match is I'm going to show you now. A certain man here.
Ronnie Curtis.
Okay.
Ronnie Curtis. He hasn't been in good form recently. Obviously, no goals since the 2-2 draw or the 2-0 win over Swindon. I think he's come back today after internationals, knowing he's got to prove himself because the team last Saturday was doing well. He's been put up front where he doesn't normally play. He's got the goal. He's pressing down everything. It seems to suit him playing this way. But that is where this is going to end, really. And thank you guys for joining me, although it has only been briefly after the game. Anything last to say? I'll start with Lewis. Anything you got to say before you depart?
Take the faith and out the Blues.
Fair enough. I'll see you later, Lewis.
Right, see you later, mate.
And Dad, any final words?
I think we still got to believe anything's possible. Up the Moo Army.
At the Moo Army. Right, I'll see you later, Dad. Well, thank you all for tuning in to the latest live stream. It does mean a lot to me. Jeff, before we go, send it like Kit as what Tony Marco needs to do. It was very good from him. Final reminder, 1,000 subscribers before Wimbledon away will ride there, me and Dad. 1,000 before the playoff final in League One, we will ride there. 1,000 before my birthday on the 25th of July, we'll be riding there to the Amex Stadium in Brighton. Then please, if you are new and you haven't already, please do subscribe. Join me Monday as well. Monday from 2:15 again for Pompey's trip up to Wigan. We will also be doing a preview review of that one. A review will be up in about half an hour of this game. So thank you all. Please do get on that when it comes out. But I'll see you later, guys. Thank you for tuning in as always. And I'll see you in the next one. Up the Blues.